Welcome everybody right into the first game of our Valorant match tonight. We got Fuel Esports taking on PSU White. I'm Newt. I'm joined by Elson. No real time to introduction. We're just right into the heat of things.
We are
Woody getting a quick trade.
Right into the game. I'm really excited. So Fuel obviously starting off on attack here to start on bind. I love this map. I think it's great. I think it's really good for attacking in my opinion. But I'm curious to see what they think, and we'll see how the gameplay goes. Cypher, a great pick definitely for this map as well, which I really like. A lot of good setups on both maps. So you can never go wrong.
Yeah, Dre trade outs. Dina won there. Great plays by Fuel. Planting coming out onto B site. And they're just gonna play a little bit of a post plant here. Everyone in back site for PSU, just spamming through those smokes. What that brim is for. Sableye though, looking for a little bit of a lurk, but does have a smoke here in Woody's watching that out right on elbow. 4v3 here in this fight. The bomb gets the first pick.
I really like how Fuel's playing this right now. Just plant and just wait for them to come in. They're kind of pigeonholed right now. They're trying to push out, but great job by Dre getting the pick. We know the last one, and wow, little 4K for Dre to start the game.
Just a nice little 4K to start off the map. The series for Dre. Just honestly, yeah, great post plant played. You saw some trades coming out from the side of PSU. Felt like maybe there was a little bit of over-aggression from Fuel, but they bounced right back. Dre getting those good trades on the backside players, and then getting a good 1v1 win on the elbow player, and that's just going to be first round. Pistol going over to Fuel. Now it's going to be, instead of going for a full eco here, we're going to see PSU going for a light butt.
Yeah, and Woody buying full util here, going to be using those smokes very well, I'm assuming. I think smokes are a big one on this map. They really win you the game, depending on how well you play your smokes and stuff like that. As you can see right now, having a tough time getting through. Trying to use the util to push through.
Just those gun advantages are going to be so lethal. Seo here with the ghost.
And getting healed. Nice.
Okay, yeah. And as well picking them off with that stinger. And this is going to be a free sight here for Fuel. You see the Viper coming out. All those Brim smokes. Yeah, I mean, the main reason why you see Brim picked on this map, right, is the 3 smokes is just so much stronger than 2 normally.
And they last for so long. I believe the longest lasting smoke in the game. And yeah, Sayo with the 4K. So we're just going 4K for 4K here.
4K for 4K and both with the ghost. Fuel already getting off to a bit of a hot start. Now it's to see how this bonus goes into the... I don't know if it's going to be a full buy, as you did see. I saw at least one Bucky bot. So
yeah, and I saw a Spectre, I believe,
yeah,
for the other one.
Might be a little bit of a lighter... we'll see at least 3 rifle players, but
yeah,
actually it might be a full rifle buy.
Looks like a full buy from PSU,
yeah,
though.
Seo here, though, with the Bucky. It's going to be interesting to see
Definitely going to get it.
How much value we're going to get on attack, especially, right?
Definitely going to get very aggressive if you're buying a Bucky right off rip, especially with Rays with those satchels. You can get a lot.
Hot Flash doesn't find anything from the bomb here. Just slow pushing up on the B main. Owen, though, looking to be pushed out of lamps here. Just getting sprayed through this wall by Woody and Clairlever. Is Seo looking for a satchel play with this Bucky, but he goes so high and just gets taken out of the sky.
See, that's the risk with going with those really high. You can see everything. At least he got some info. Now he kind of knows where a few of them are. That's a risky play with going for it so high.
And a good flank here from the players who lurked up B main, right?
Oh, still get a nice kill from Dre there. Wow, that was very lucky as he was blinded. Now he blinds them. Just going to wait. Has such low HP.
This angle, but the bomb's too distracted trying to push into lamps that Denna just gets a fantastic pick from showers, and Fuel going to win that bonus quite cleanly. Only 2 deaths. And honestly,
now they're all going to have Vandals as well. I
really liked the play from PSU there where you saw, that deep lurk through, slow walk up E main because they knew Fuel probably wasn't going to have much setup over there. Just because of how, when you have these later guns, A is just so much easier to take than B site, right?
100%.
Because you don't have to hit every, you're taking 2 close fights instead of taking that B long fight, right?
Yes.
It's a little bit rougher when you have, those Spectres, especially versus the rifles. So good read there, just getting a good lurk, but just not quite getting enough value as Dre did get the trade, and then obviously gets traded out by Denna 1 as well. Now Seekers come out for Dre here. Insta fast push into B main. Already a 1-for-1 trade. A good Sheriff pick off from the bomb.
Little fake Yoro there. Almost got him too. Yeah.
Roomba comes out, doesn't find a bunch of things other than just some info. Same as the clone. Good shot though on the Sableye. Going to be left with 2 HP. Fantastic flash there from Dre. 2 members of PSU does fall. It's a 1 versus 3 here for the bomb for Sableye, but they have 2 HP. It is a tall task to ask, but there's no point saving. You're stuck on Garrus, and you really got to get the ball rolling.
Here's a Vandal here, though, which we were talking about not saving, but honestly, now you have a Vandal you could try to, but I feel like they don't want to. You're down 3-0. you're definitely gonna want to push in
Yeah,
here.
you need some sort of momentum to for sure to build up here, right? Sableye just wants to damage the econ of Fuel a little bit more, right? Because they did just full buy basically, right? So
Yes.
their econ's not looking fantastic, so just wants to get at least one trade, if especially one trade's such a win here for PSU. You know, the round's pretty much over, but Ceo's just watching this like a hawk.
It's gonna be so hard. They
It's
know
just
exactly where he is. 2 HP, really tough. But I mean, Yora was the character to do it. You know, there's a lot of the time if your duelist is the last one left, you're almost guaranteed sometimes one of the at least one pick, and you feel good about going into the next round knowing you made them buy more. You know, mess up their eco a little bit more. Unfortunately, they could not find it there. But I want to see how they bounce back here. Looking to stack 2 of them A, and then kind of Yoru just waiting to see, I guess. But yeah, I think we've been seeing a lot of PSU play post plant, and I don't think that's the play for them. They've played 4 post plants and they've lost all 4 of them. I think they need to start, you know, defending these sites a lot more heavily instead of letting them get it and try to retake, because they're not doing a great job of retaking.
I think so, definitely. Well, that's a bit of a whiff flash there from DeBob. Morty's going to be right there to pick it up, and now there's 2 players, or actually 4 members of Fuel are here on this B long with just Claro Lover lurking A, just making enough noise to the point where 2 members of PSU are staying there. So this Yoru will be able to take a match. I did get the pick on the Claro, so it's a 3v4 here, but so many people are on the B site for Fuel. They're just looking in this smoke, looking for something, but a great trade from Zeo. Just great, honestly, cross there, making sure Woody gets that plant safely, and they're just going to play a clean post plant here in Garden.
Yeah, and as you see, they're both rotating together, which is good, but unfortunately, you have to get those picks. If there's 2 of you and you're walking together, you need to get at least a trade there. You don't need to win the round, but at least get 1 off. Wow.
Exactly.
Fuel is kind of walking all over them right now.
Yeah, this attack side looks completely one-sided right now. It's really just, honestly, all members of Fuel are just firing. They're all either they're trading each other effectively. It really looks like practice has gone into this game.
100%.
And just feels like PSU, yeah, they just really want to play those post plants, but I just need to see them play a little more aggressive, but also not get traded instantly. They're just not using util enough. Like, Yoru's been saving his flashes almost every round.
Yes, I did see that.
Like, it's you gotta dump these utils to just stop these pushes. Fuel's just gonna keep running you over with the amount of util they've been using, right? Dre gets this dog down B main, or A main rather, and doesn't quite catch Lamp. Doesn't see any player in there, but they can kind of intuit that there's going to be someone there.
Yeah, for sure. And as you were saying about the smokes, too, if they're using 3 smokes, you know, you got to start using some of your flashes to flash out of these smokes. Looking like really good. Look at them just pushing them back, and they're just taking control. There are already 3 of them already on site. And
you can really see Claro Lover, again, looking for this lurk on B, just making a noise, making a distraction for PSU to maybe not think that the A play is the true one. Actually gets a kill in that side, so a fantastic win there for Fuel is Claro Lover. Grouping back up with the team, it's a 4v3, but, I mean, this Cypher's so far away. He still thinks Claro Lover's on B. Now late rotation.
Wow.
A good kill. Actually, Dre dying to the trip. Quite low, it seemed there, but
wow, that's funny. I didn't even pick up on that.
Versus 2 here, both back site for PSU, and the good Sheriff pick from Dead Hand, and now it's a 1v2. Spike has not been planted yet. Can Claro find it? Has the gun advantage, but the Sheriff can be lethal at long ranges. Has to watch out for this Lamps player.
30 seconds left.
Does swing right into the Stinger crouch.
And
that's going to be a nice Thrifty, and honestly, a round you needed to win for PSU, because if you lose that Thrifty, you are in a troubled situation, right? You have to just bounce back. Now that there's one, they're going to see if they can try to get some momentum cooking up here, right? They really want more than one map, or more than one round, because
100%.
Fuel's econ right now has to be incredible, right?
Yes, no,
they haven't lost in
amazing.
so long. Like, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming they bought full buy again here. I feel like they're probably honestly set for another full buy after this round.
Oh yes, no,
like,
definitely.
they are in such a good spot. You have to do a little bit more damage as PSU, and just you need to get these rounds to get the ball rolling, right? You put a little bit of a stumble in Fuel steps, but I don't think that's going to stop them here, as you already see right back into Hookah. 3 pushing up E long, and there's just no one to watch.
Yeah, no, this is what I'm talking about. They're trying to play this post plant, which I like. I like patience, but sometimes giving a full sight right away is just not the way you want to go. Unfortunately, right here, you're definitely going to have to give full sight when you can see the Brim ult. You see him pushing off out of Hookah. Good smoke, though.
Woody and Denna both kind of low here in Garden. Just pick up the orb is Denna one, and now, yeah, I mean, you know, Denna got the pick before the orbital razor came out, but does Sableye, though, gets a good trade onto CEO, so it's 4v4 now, and the health bars are actually in the favor of PSU. Claro Lover going to change that up, and mind just another trade, so it's a 3v3, but actually all of Fuel has taken the TP, and they're here planting on A, and they already have this post plant set up.
See,
They know where PSU has to be walking from, right?
Yeah.
You have to watch Heaven. That's what got you last time, right? You have to make sure you're watching Heaven as Boo, looking for something here. But with a great Viper ult here, probably gonna be enough to cut it out. Sableye does pick on Woody. 3 versus 2. Does have the Yoru ult out. Spam here from Dena 1 is gonna get caught by Boo. And now it's a 1 versus 3. The Viper in their own ultimate gets flashed. Sableye pushes aggressively. And that's what you need from your duelist if you're PSU.
Yeah, that's a great use of flashing. As we said earlier, wasn't using it very much. Sableye coming in. Some great kills right here, as we saw. He took 2 out in hookah, and then also finishing it off there as well.
Dena just trying to get that spray, but doesn't quite find it. And honestly, a fantastic flash just in the showers there for Claro. So Fuel, quite an expensive round to lose. You know, used 2 ults, but I believe PSU also, they used at least 1, right? You saw that Yoru ult come out. I did see they still have Cypher ult, so
Yes.
they still have a lot of info possible, because that's kind of the key thing with, actually, with Fuel's comp, right? You're going to see a lack of info. Don't have that Cypher, don't really have much of a way of a Senti, right? No Sentinel.
Yeah.
Which I don't know is very common on Bind. I feel like it really lends itself to a lot more lurk plays for PSU. You're just not going to run into those crypts as much. But
I think they're just going to use this, as you saw, the Raze, the little, what is it, Roomba, as they call it? Yeah, the Raze Roomba, and they're going to use the Sky Flashes just to get that, just to get like where they are and stuff like that. Because as you know, like Sky for flashes, it says blinded, so you know who it is, like if someone's there. And I think that's what they're going to go for, because you know, no Sentinels.
That's their best info, right? But Woody did get a spray kill through hookah here, so going to be a bit of a good lead, as well as Claro getting another pick on this lurk. I mean, PSU has to figure out how to stop this lurk, right? Claro has just been walking up A alone, and now about to take another 1v1 is Claro Lover here. And does lose it, but Sableye is now in another 1v1 versus Dena, though they expect them. No, and Woody gets a clean 3K there for that round, and Fuel cleans it up easily, you know. Don't even have to plant there when you have such a good lurk there, right?
Yeah, no, that was great. And also right here, Woody getting this kill is crucial. Who knows exactly where Woody is? And yes, getting that's just a game changer. I fully believe you get that kill, you can easily win that round. There's some of those kills that you need to win, and that was definitely one of them. Fu probably kicking himself for that one, but let's see how they bounce back. Fuel looking great. Like you said, their eco is probably amazing. PSU definitely full buying again this round. As we see them, it looks like they're going to be going A, Fuel.
Yeah,
just kind of switching it up back and forth, and I really, really like it. They're hitting both sites perfectly, and that's the scariest thing. You know, sometimes you play someone, and, you know, okay, they can go A, let's, you know, put 3, maybe put 4 people A, but they're going A, they're going B, back and forth, you know, some at the same time, so, yeah.
Also, it's like, you know, you've seen Claro Lover hit these lurks, so it's not like, yes, you can just ignore a full site, right? The Bucky is going to whiff on Woody and a good spam kill, but that was 5 kills in the span of a second there. The bomb getting 2, so it's a 3 versus 2 here for Fuel. Woody does get the heal up from their own Sky, so the health is still an advantage of PSU, but the TP going to be taken. Can Pooh get something done here? Is solo anchoring this site? Fuel should know that there's a Cypher here.
It's unfortunate for Woody. Wow.
It's a great spray kill there through the wall.
That's just great util. This is what Fuel is lacking. They're lacking that Sentinel. They're lacking that knowledge of knowing where they are. That's why Cypher, great character for this. I mean, any map, but great for Bind, especially setting up trying to get out of hookah, which is a very common way to get out on Bind. And yeah, just kind of punish them there. Honestly, not too bad for Fuel. I feel like they kind of got unlucky with a few trades there, but still definitely looking great.
Yeah.
Full buying again for both teams, I'm assuming.
I would assume so, yeah. I think Econ right now is not too doomed. I think if Fuel loses another one, the Econ could be a bit questionable. We could be seeing a 6x half, right?
Yes, but
this round probably is a pretty pivotal one here, so Fuel definitely going to be taking some strat out here, as you see a lot of members towards B. In fact, all 5. But Claro might look for a lurk around A main, but no. Up hookah is 2, as the other 3 C long, and again, nobody's checking it. It's a free C long, a free orb for Woody, and Orbital Strike is now up, and this site's going to be cleared out instantaneously.
Smokes come down. I wonder if they're going to use, and there we go. I was going to say, I wonder if they're going to use the ult.
Spamming Pooh out. Deadhand did get the trade, but Woody with another one, and now this site should be pretty free for Fuel. The plant will come out, and it's just all about watching where Sableye is. You know, PSU uses their own Orbital Strike. They have to know that there's a player in elbow here. Sableye can get so much work done on this elbow lurk. You see the flash about to be coming out. But the Sky going to push aggressively. Woody with another kill. That's a 3K for them in this round. A 4K, but not an ace.
Oh,
Seo does
just
get the
off.
trade. Now it's a 1v2. Owen is Lake is trying to clutch this one up in the best way possible. Seo's going to get that one, and that's a pivotal round for Fuel because now their econ is back to being okay. They're ecstatic about that one.
Yeah, that was awesome. That's just great use of an alt there. Like, you know, if they're going to let them walk up B long every single time, they're going to get that orb, and they're just going to have more alts than they do. And they have a lot of great alts. I love Viper's ult. I love Brim's ult. I think they have some really good alts. Also, Raze's ult, I think, is great as well, especially for pushing.
Retake ult as well.
100%.
I mean, the thing is, right, I think what happened there was Fuel, you know, Woody insta-plants the spike, and what I think they thought was going to happen was Woody was going to fake first, and then they'd Brim ult to stop it.
Yep.
Brim ult was just slightly too late. Woody got that spike plant safely, was able to regroup with the team.
And then now they have to push, just making it so it's kind of like it's in their court now. They gave PSU the ball, and they said, you know, make a move on us. We've already made ours. And then you can just sit back and be patient.
And I believe there was a crazy flash play on Elbow, but 2 for 2 here. The gun lead is in the favor of Fuel, but 2 trades come out with the Stingers. The Stingers are so disgusting at these close-range fights in showers, on A-site just in general.
Yes, no, for sure.
As the Cypher ult comes out, all information is on the side of PSU. But with the plant coming out, this nade, will it do enough? The paint shells doesn't seem to connect. Arrow lever, good long hold here.
Yeah, that wow, 2 picks. That's
from
amazing.
A main. Ooh, looking for something from Lamps.
Saw that headshot there.
Seo, yeah.
See, that's the difference between that Phantom and Vandal, and just looking to just get one more hit on Seo. You know he's super weak. You saw that headshot. Nice.
Fantastic flick there onto Claro Lover. It is completely in PSU's favor, but just doesn't know where Seo is because, again, they don't have when you're Cypher alone in those situations, you just don't have the way to get the info, right?
Yep.
So he's sitting there. He's assuming he's playing, you know, dice, but he's just not, right?
Yes. No, and Seo played that super well. Knows he's super low. Knows he needs some move and needs to make Cypher make the play because they've already planted. You know, I think that was a really good job. Unfortunate from Pooh the Cypher there, but still honestly, a good job.
Honestly, a fantastic attempt. Great, you know, switch up onto Claro Lover, finding that player on Lamps, right?
Yeah.
But I think, I believe we saw a bit of a whiff flashing themselves there. Was that Sky, which is pretty rough when you're trying to push that showers, right? The trade did still end up going in the favor of PSU, but now we're on last round of the half.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm
Dead hand
here,
with the AWP, already getting one on the A lurker of Claro Lover, finally trying to pick that out. The paint kills come out from CEO, just getting some damage, getting some cleared fight. Bomb holding so close as Boo gets the trade on to 1.
Waiting to see for all these alts to come out because obviously last round you want to use those alts. Raises 1 kill away from the ult. Already grabbed the ult orb on B long, and the bomb has an ult as well. Just probably waiting to use it just to see. PSU looking great here. Honestly, if I'm Fuel, you know, the 9-3 curse is probably in the back of their head. Maybe they want to lose this one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you never know, right? But looks like they're going to be playing for a Showers play instead as the Seekers do come out from Dre. Sableye using this Dimensional Drift. Will they find anything? They're going to get a lot of info here. Dead hand so close with this Operator. Going to catch out Woody on the quick close plant. Sableye as well getting a trade, and that's going to be the last round for PSU White. So going into on Fuel, going to be taking the defense side now. 8-4. And I'm interested to see how their comp's going to do on defense with the lack of a Sentinel.
Yeah, I wonder too. I think they're probably just going to play, I'm assuming 3B and then 2A and then just kind of rotate pretty quickly because they don't have that Sentinel. They want to make sure. And I think they have some really good characters to play retake, I think, like we were talking about earlier. A lot of their alts are good for retake on the Fuel side. So I think that's how they're going to kind of make up for that. Just play together and play as a team and play off the little info they have, like the Raze bot, play off the Sky flashes and dogs as well. But yeah.
Yeah, but it all comes down to this pistol, right? Pistols are probably the most key round in all of Valorant competitive, you know, just in general, right? You get so much momentum from a pistol win, and you can lose a lot from a pistol loss. You saw Fuel pretty much cleanly take the pistol last time with a 4K from Dre. Will it happen again, or will the attackers of PSU White here find something? But Dre's going to get that first pick and second.
Wow.
Lethal with this pistol.
Getting traded there, but Deny coming out and getting a nice kill on the Raze. This is what I saw last week, which surprised me a lot. Fuel is super aggressive on defense, and honestly, it catches a lot of people off guard super quickly, and they take it into advantage. As you see, super happy.
An absolute wipe, right? That was the quickest pistol ever. Just Fuel playing so aggressive. And with Bind, a bit of a smaller map, you can play a bit more aggressive because of how close these tight lines are, and people just don't expect to push as much, right?
Yes.
especially, they expect to push in showers, but you don't really expect to push much elsewhere, right?
Yes, no, I agree.
So, a lot of time they're watching showers. You have to have a player dedicated there. You have to have a player dedicated A main. You got to have a hookah player, right?
Yep, someone B long preferably, as we saw that PSU didn't have someone B long, and it kind of cost them a lot, grabbing a lot of those alt orbs as well, and just getting a free kind of look into sight as well. But yeah, let's see how PSU handles that. A lot of pressure from Fuel, and now I think they're going to switch it up and kind of play more passive.
I think PSU going for a full save here, right? Just full classics, whereas Fuel going to do, going to go that bonus, like that light buy, right? The bonus, buy as much as possible, try to win, because if they can go up 11-4 here, they're such a winning spot, right? And once you pass that 10 threshold, it really feels like the game is in your corner, right? And now they're going to find one Claro Lover with the Judge in the smoke. A right click though from the bomb's going to pick off Claro Lover there, so pick up the Judge themselves. Going to try to play close to showers. I hope Claro Lover did communicate that they had a Judge.
Yes.
The bomb does find one though in the smoke, but CO's gotten around.
Playing through these smokes.
Flanked here.
Really well right now, CO. I really like this from him. The Judge is going to be scary, especially with these close corners, as we were talking about, Bind being super close. But CO, nice. Wow, just patiently waiting.
With a 2K as well, yeah.
That was amazing. Just patiently waiting, CO, like on the back of sight, waiting for the team to come. As we see, all celebrating, very happy. CO kind of locked in, everyone else smiling, but CO I think he was a bit nervous on that at the end there, stuck on site by himself, waiting for the team to come.
Well, yeah, I mean, he played it fantastic, right? He waits for Woody to swing so he can get an effective side peek, right? Because he knows that this guy is going to be focused on Woody there, coming from A main. Now 10-4 here, and the bonus, see how it goes. The gun rounds last time, when it was a gun versus a bonus, usually you saw Fuel end up winning it last time. But it might be a different story here. A self-flash there,
Fuel again. Look at how far pushed up they're getting. This is amazing. I have never seen a team play so aggressive on defense.
Deep in B, yeah. They're already past B, man. They do not care.
Oh my god, and look at this.
They're just pushing as 4. There is no care. It honestly feels like the map's all of a sudden switched sides, right?
No, I agree.
Ooh, bad news, though. Dre does get picked off on B, so B site's now free, as Fuel's going to have to come in through hookah, 2 of them. But can Sableye find enough here?
It's looking like PSU is trying to push through showers, waiting for Woody. Wow, unfortunate. And now they know that site's free.
Sableye picked off 2 on B side as well.
Oh wow,
off the side, yeah.
4v2 here.
Picked off Dre on the engage, and then on the entry, and then picks off Claro Lover when they try to retake. Now it's a 2v4 rather. The guns are in the favor of PSU. Here though, good flash. But 1 player left. It's just gonna be a clean round from PSU, and you really noticed that when Sableye is on, that's when PSU's really started to show shining, right?
Yes, I definitely agree. I think when your duelist can get that info and get those picks off rip, that's how you know you're in good hands. And I think when Sableye, like you said, he's cooking, the rest of the team's just gonna follow suit. You know, kind of like the captain, if you will. The team.
Right. It really you need 1 player to get the momentum rolling, and I mean he's been on fire in a lot of these rounds that PSU has won. I mean, honestly, a fantastic B take there solo, right? Taking the 1v1, knowing that Fuels had to be a little bit weaker there, right? They knew 4 were A. They knew there was only 1 anchoring. Wins that gunfight and then just stops the retake from Hookah. And that's just an instant 2-for-0. Just such a lead gained for their team. Now,
we can see
A main rather is PSU. The paint shells come out. Gets a little bit of a chunk here, but the heal will come out. So not too much damage, right?
As you can see, Deny just kind of waiting and seeing if they push, if they decide to go to B. Deny just waiting there, sitting, knowing Cypher's probably set up somewhere, doesn't want to set off any alarms yet. Just slowly waiting out those smokes. Really patient. This is completely opposite of last round for Fuel. I really like how they can go from being super aggressive to super laid back. Deny just getting picked off there. Ray's kind of looking through B, maybe seeing if it's open to push the bomb there.
And it looks like PSU might be looking for something showers here. As you see 2 members deep in showers, and only like Fuel might actually be even rotating. They're playing hard backside, giving full site access. A great blast there from Sableye, but just doesn't capitalize on the shot.
Woody getting a great pick.
Does win that trade. It gets traded out for the bomb. Owen is a lake, finding that player close in lamps, and now the 4v2 yet again as this post plant be played for Fuel. Both coming from backside. You're gonna see. Like SEO probably playing from below. Maybe someone might come from heaven, but Doesn't look like it. They're both just going to play from a main here. Does get one kill is Sayo, so now it's a little bit more even. Flash comes out, though, and the bomb's going to clean that up with a 3K. A great Sky Flash onto Sayo. Did find them, and then Dre just wasn't quite able to get that trade.
The bomb played really well there, just patiently knew where both of them were because of the dog util, and then just traded off on their raise. Great job. I think PSU's looking really good right now. I think Fuel's got to kind of win either this round or the next round, or they're in a lot of trouble because, you know, 6-10 is one thing, 8-10 is a different. You know what I mean? And then you're going to be really low in your eco as well.
Yeah.
So I think this is a crucial round. This round and next round is going to be crucial.
Their buy is yet again just really weak, right? Last round you saw Judges, you saw, you know, Spec, Stingers, and you're back to Stingers and Judges.
And
People
they're
just
gonna
want
push.
to win one round. Yeah, they have to
100%.
play aggressive. Look at their guns. They're like 5 Stingers, basically. There's 1 Vandal, 2 Vandals, I think I saw. I saw Sayo at a Vandal. Dre's going to quickly push early. Owen is late going to find that. Gets right here from Claro Lover on the side.
And now can
Not
pick up this
expecting it.
Vandal too, which is
Gets a
amazing.
Vandal and now throws it to their duelist, realizing
Beautiful.
maybe it's not me who uses it, you know?
I love that teamwork. That just shows like how unselfish these players are, and which is what you really need. I think there's 2 things that comes into being a great Valorant player: being unselfish and being patient. And I think Fuel's done a lot of that. And look at that.
Right back to Woody.
Wow.
As Woody, you know, he's firing today so far, just playing really well. Now Woody does have the orbital strike, so I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of play here to deny a plant. But deep in elbow is Dead Hand. Will Fuel expect this at B? You know, backside of B, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be the fight to watch. This
Claro
Claro
Lover knows.
If you're playing it with a Stinger, you just got to play out, right?
100%.
Dead Hand just has full control of B site. As you do see the Knight actually walking in through hookah. Won't be spotted. Does look like there's a fight about to happen. Orbital strike does come out, but the plant goes down for Sableye.
Oh, good
trade,
pick by
though.
Woody. That's the Vandal, you know. They know Woody's got the hot hand. You got to feed it. And Woody not getting the kill
3K.
there.
Two kills for the bomb, and they also fell to Ona's Lake, and now it's just a 1 versus 2. Deny can make some magic happen. Has that 1 flash, swings with it, but 1 player playing deep in A, and the other one playing showers. Just such a great cross angle there, and just not expecting Dead Hand to be there. Dead Hand really went on a journey that round. Went from the entirety of B site
All the way back to showers.
Yeah, spotted Deny, you know, forced Deny out, and then took the DP and right to showers, right?
Yeah. Just getting that infill as a duelist is what you got to do. And I think he did a really, really good job there, Dead Hand.
I think you're noticing Fuel's leaving their B site really weak so far, right? 1 player, max 2 players, right? So I feel like you might see more deep lurk here for PSU. You can already see Dead Hand looking to be pushing up that TP long, but there is 2 players there now, so the TP deep in spawn for Deny.
They're looking to play aggressive here. Fuel pushing up, as you can see, through showers, trying to get a nice pick, go in, grab a Vandal, upgrade, and just push on through that. Great smokes here, grabbing that alt orb. We see a lot of alts that are ready. I haven't seen too many alts recently. I'm waiting to see that happening. Yeah, Claro Lover just waiting, knowing this judge is going to do massive damage to anyone that dares.
Third round in
to
a row
come
I've seen them have a weak eye, right? That dog is going to spot out Claro Lover, just going to get spammed out.
But a nice trade here from
gets
Sayo.
2 though, and also pushes Owen as a Lake out. I mean,
and get some damage on him as well.
That's exactly what you need from your duelist there from Sayo, right? Hasn't really been on yet on this defense side. As it looks like Dead Hand and Deny might have a little bit of a 1v1 here in Garden. See, winner of this might decide a lot. It is a 3v4 right now in favor of Fuel.
Stinger
With
versus
the
Vandal
gun,
here.
Stinger,
Oh, wow. Just a
that first gun accuracy just not there for Deny.
Yep.
And Dead Hand's going to find that, and now Fuel is forced to rotate as all of PSU will also be going, but there's still a deep lurk from the Cypher just playing to the TP.
just waiting, seeing if anyone
Looking
comes
for a
back to
counter
A,
here.
trying to get that pick, as we saw. I think Dead Hand's been a big difference maker right now. As you see, you were talking about it earlier, just lurking through B, getting that pick. The last 2 rounds got that pick on Yoru each time. So we're just going to see how this turns out.
Woody's going to win that, though.
That's a great pick. That's who you need to pick off right now. Whoever is playing really well, you kind of want to aim for them. You know, only 10 seconds left to plant here.
The plant's just not going to get down, is it? I mean,
No, I think he's got time here.
But he has to shoot, and now 5 seconds left. Just
he has the time.
for
But
that
here's the ult.
showstopper. Won't find Owen, but it does.
Beautiful
But
ult.
the plant still did go down. Actually, the Eagles, I believe, found that kill. As a close player in Lamps is going to spot out.
Wow,
And
who
who's
was the
going to
clutch?
find that in Lamps just holding close with a crouch? We've seen that multiple times now where they just hold those crouch angles.
Yeah.
People's just not expecting it. They're too focused on the player planting that they just don't expect someone to be so close.
I don't know if you watched, but Pooh never actually left A site. Stayed there the whole time, just waited. That was crucial there. This Cypher's been playing very, very well on offense for, you know, an obviously defensive-minded character. He's doing a great job here. Yeah, I really like it.
We'll see here as looking like a little bit of a starting play. Fuel just going to be looking to hold deep in A. You know, it's going to be actually quite a split play, actually, rather. A good ult here, just Dimensional Drift coming out from Deny. It's a 1-for-1. Woody getting a trade on Disable, and Sableye getting trade back. Just not good enough. Again, the guns are just so weak for Fuel right now. You see, Player Lover holding close with the Judge, looking for something, but the Cypher ult's going to spot them out, stop that play from happening, and Fuel's going to be forced to push back, as you see Sableye pushing into Garden.
Player Lover pushing out, going to be met with 2 people. Wow, great Judge pick. That's a good pick. If you have a Judge and you can pick off a Vandal here, that's amazing. The bomb going down as well. Wow. Sableye looking through showers here. Dre just getting picked off, unfortunately. 2v2 here. Still needing to plant. Still has a lot of time left. Sableye going down. Owen is a lake. Now has to go pick up the spike that's all the way back on on A, which is super unfortunate, but does have another smoke as well and 2 other utils if he wants to use them.
Fuel won't know where this spike is guaranteed, so they're just going to play to stop the plant from happening. Looks like Owen might be going for a TP play almost, maybe looking for B, but they're both just holding in spawn, right? They know they can just instant rotate to whichever location. It's all about just not getting traded here for Fuel, as Owen is going to be pushing into A, just looking for this plant. And, I mean, let's see how this goes. It's a stressful plant for sure.
Owen is doing a great job, though, just playing super patient, playing super careful. Nice plant out in the open so he can watch from afar. Deny now telling Seo to come over. Nice molly here. Util still has the stim if he needs to get out quick. Grenade here going off. Definitely pushing Owen out. It's a good pick, but now we know. Seo with it. Nice. See, that is amazing. Although, obviously, you don't want a trade to happen, but it's great that you can get that util for Seo to come in and just clean it up. The Duelist obviously probably having some of the best aim on the team. And, yeah, it's a great 1v1 there at the end.
Also just a must-win round for Fuel, to be honest. Because that would have been 9-10. The game could just snowball to a 10-10, 11-10, and then it looks like completely lost. Now it's going to be 11-8. Still a very close first map. You've seen quite an attacker-sided play from both teams, just not really finding as much success on the defense side.
Yeah.
I think it's just what it's gonna come down to is if Fuel can win these last 2 defense rounds, or if PSU just keeps attacking, keeps breaking through Fuel's structure.
Yeah, just like as I said at the beginning of the round, this is a very offensive-sided map. So Fuel getting a lot of rounds at the beginning while they're attacking was crucial. And as you can see, they're just trying to squeak by 2 more here. It's really tough when defending, but they're just trying to get 2 more while defending. Deny already taking some damage and having to get healed up there by the sky. Seo just watching B-Long.
No longer going to let Dead Hand just freely push up B-Long is Fuel, right? They've noticed that it's been a bit of a weakness for them. They have more players over here, but now with A, this Viper's Pit has to do so much work for Player Lover. He does find one with the Judge yet again.
Wow. Player Lover is making Judge look like one of the best guns in the game, I'm going to say, because this is doing a great job. Dre just waiting, knowing their showers. Sableye weak a little bit there.
Dead Hand does find the trade on Declare Lover, so the Viper's Pit's going to fall here. Sableye looking for something, throws the TP out. The Showstopper is pulled from PSU. I believe that may actually does not hit. Senna, though, going to get picked off by DeBomb. 2 players in back sight here. And it's just Seo versus the world, and Attacker's going to win again. 9-11. PSU right back. It looked, they lost that 1 round, but they did not. It didn't matter. They just bounced back immediately, go with the same plays they've been succeeding with, and they're right back to.
Yeah, because even though they lost that round, they knew that they could have easily won that. It was just by 1. If you lose by just a 1v1, you have that round. So I don't think that really did any damage to them mentally, and they're just coming back and pushing. If you were Fuel, what would you do differently here on defense? Obviously, we're not as good as them, but what's something kind of like bird's eye view looking, like outsider looking in? What's info you'd give them that you'd like to say?
I think I want to see, I don't know, I feel like they're really over-investing on A, and it's kind of struggled. They're just not winning these A fights, but Deny actually going to get 2 picks off with the Sheriffs. Now it's a 3v3, and there's 2 guns up for play, but they do have to be careful as players for PSU are looking in this TP zone, right? But B's free. B is free.
100% free. Obviously, they don't know that, but now they're starting to realize that B is super free. But at least this is the good thing, though. At least Fuel is together, and they know that they can play. They know where they are. and now they just gotta, you know, capitalize on that.
Yeah.
The only unfortunate thing is Cypher still being alive, which I think is the biggest worry you have because of all those trips and setups.
This hookah is going to be so important, but the Seekers do
Good
come
ult.
out. Gets one pick, though, is Dead Hand, and that's
Good
a
trade.
lethal trade there.
But Seo
Now,
is super low,
see,
gonna push in first.
Seo
Is
does fall. It's now Deny versus the World, who is here holding close sight. The TP comes out after tripping the wire. And then
probably just saving. Yeah.
I think you just can't afford to lose these guns in these crucial rounds when your econ is just in such a bad situation. You just would much rather play with a full buy and just play with as much possible. Now, 2 players can be playing in the TP, just making sure that they don't get caught. Deny knows that they are there. The spray is coming out. Every player knows where each other want to play. And honestly, these Seekers just, they didn't find enough value. You know, I feel like a pop flash may have even found more. Just gets a little bit more info, or gets the same amount of info, but also just gets that kill more likely, right?
Yes.
And if you go in that fight with a 3v2, you're in a lot better spot pushing through hookah, right?
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, I think, yeah, again, Fuel, you know, they've just been giving up B site on repeat because they're scared of A, but it really feels like B site is just a big weak point that PSU has started to just completely exploit. Now I believe we are in a bit more of an even round, but this central drift looking to come out. I think it might be a gun round. Nye pushing aggressive, but the enemy knows where he is, and he's going to get picked off on that trade. Sableye playing in lamps here with the Yoru ult, and the spray coming from showers. He just has to find something.
Seo just waiting. Wow, nice pick here. Knows they're planting, trying to get someone through there. PSU is doing a great job of just getting onto site super quickly, and now they just got to hold it down, which I think will, you know, knock on wood, going to be pretty easy for them. Sky and Viper here going to try to work on opposite sides of the map, communicate together of what timing they should go on, when to go. See that dog come out.
If you're PSU, you just need to not leave any of these sites, any of these openings, like, you know, free, right? You have to make sure you're watching them. Dre does get the pick on Sableye.
But now they know where he is.
Yeah, but now this gives Clear Lover a bit more room to move in
wow.
as he gets the pick on the Dead Hand. It's down to a 2v2 now. Can these two clutch up? The Molly comes out. They have to play for kills. The spike is ticking so dangerously low. Owen and Dre get a trade, and now it's Pooh versus Claro, but there's just no time. He has to stick it. But with the camera there, just not going to be enough.
Wow.
Looked like almost an incredible retake there for Fuel. Just didn't have the time.
Yeah, just so close there. Honestly, that's just so frustrating. Cypher is the last person you want, last agent you want to see still alive, because, you know, all those setups, especially post-plant, is such a pain when you're retaking to have to deal with not only the trips, not only the cam, but just Cypher also just as a character too, you know, just being there knowing that there's someone lurking on site with all the util as well. It's really tough, but they did a really good job. Fuel shouldn't be too upset over that. Obviously, you want to win that round, but it's still a very close round. They know what they have to do. I think they're starting to figure it out now.
Yeah, but I think their econ, it might be in the dumps again, and that's the worst time is when it's 11-11. Outlaw here for Seo. I think it's the first time we've seen that gun been purchased so far. Dana does have the Vandal, because remember, he picked one up, so he saved money.
Yes.
So there's at least one gun, one rifle for Fuel. It's the saving grace. You know, that Outlaw can maybe find some magic. That's how good it is in Seo's hand. It looks like it is lethal. Getting the first pick onto Dead Hand is Seo. Now, this looks a lot better for Fuel all of a sudden.
Yeah, and they drop Spike at the back of spawn, just kind of seeing if they can get a pick here.
PSU's just playing this so much slower, which is really what's let Fuel, like, letting them play in, right? The problem Fuel's been having is that PSU's just been running them over on the attacks, but with this bit more of a slow play, finally, it's a man advantage for Fuel. Haven't seen that in a while. Claro, once again with the shotgun, seems to be a bit of a, bit of a shotgun player, is Claro Lover. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you're playing Viper on this map, right? You're playing a lot more deep lurks, you're playing a lot more close angles. You're never playing long. Dena, though, does get the one pick. The Yoru's trade out. You saw Fuel win the Raze duel and the Yoru duel. 1-for-1 here, though. Claro Lover does get traded out, but getting one pick in hookah is enough.
Yes, and especially if you have that judge, getting
damage.
a pick is amazing. And Seo with the Outlaw here. Wow, and a kill through the box there. I mean, that was amazing.
16 HP. Now it's just a rifle, but the bomb gets 2. And now it's a 1v2. Fuel just has to play this a little bit slower.
Great
Dre
ult here.
getting chased by the Seekers. The pop flash is...
Dre has his own flash of his own, so it's probably just waiting for the...
Waiting for the Yoru. Yeah, they want to push together.
2 flashes coming out here at the same time.
They spray,
and wow.
that's going to be enough to get Fuel the round. And
Wow,
back
look
on
at
the
their
board.
HP, though.
Yeah.
That was so close.
Honestly, DeBalm played that round so beautifully. Honestly, almost came with an insane clutch. 2 clean headshots in a row on the players who were there already. But
Yeah.
really, I mean, it just came down to the duels being won by Fuel, right? You saw Denai win the 1v1 versus the Yordu. You saw Seo win the 1v1 versus
And
Raze.
Claire Lover also getting that
Yeah,
trade,
getting
but
the trade. It's
if
like,
it's amazing. You know, if you can get a trade while you're using a judge, that's a you know, a difference maker. That's probably why they won that. If it's a 1v1 there, I think DeBalm probably has a better chance. But obviously coming in with that 2v1 because of that trade-off with Claire Lover, I think that was a great job.
and I think we're going to be looking at a full rifle round here. Fuel 1 to win it, or, you know, PSU 1 to bring us to overtime. Actually, never mind. Dead Hand. A classic in hand. Nothing else but the classic to their name. That's not what you want on one of these crucial rounds that you could lose. They have to find some magic here. Actually, does pick up a Guardian, never mind.
Beautiful.
Still, not really the guns you want to see in these moments, right? You want to see those rifles.
With DeBalm has a shorty
Sableye already
and
so low, just getting spammed out of their location. Is Sableye. Now Hookah, Dead Hand's here, but 10 HP.
Great picks right there.
And that's 2 10 HP, but both the healing from Sky is going to get them both back to 100. But Dre, in the meantime, picks off Pooh, the 4v5 for Fuel.
And they've used a lot of util and not done a lot with it as well. You know, this is looking really good for Fuel. When they play slow PSU, Fuel capitalizes on that, waits for them to come.
DeBalm looking for a drop here in Hookah, but there is a player so close. Claire Lover playing directly below them. Does DeBalm know this? Does pick off Deny, though, but doesn't expect Claire Lover.
Oh, but still gets it.
Sees him on the jump down. That's a 2-pick. DeBalm really having a fantastic last couple rounds. Can they clutch this one up? Fuel to be re-rotating. The showstopper already taken out for Seo. An insane quick pull right on Dead Hand, holding close. 3v3. Has the Guardian now instead of the Outlaw, so a bit more trading power, a bit more fighting power, right? Dueling. Does have the Orbital Strike, is Woody, but plant being down, it's hard. You're going to have to use it on. Yeah, I love the Garden play. Just completely cut off the line of sight of a player.
Wow.
Sticking the defuse, but another orbital laser is going to come out, but it is a man advantage for Fuel. Oh, and is a Lake and DeBalm both getting trades, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Woody versus DeBalm. The flash comes out. Can Woody be the hero that she needs to be in this round? But there's just not enough time, I think.
Oh, so unfortunate.
And we're going to overtime.
DeBalm with a 4K as well. DeBalm, I think, has had, what, 7 or 8 kills in the last 2 rounds alone. Yeah. That is crucial. And also getting that huge clutch, just playing off of time, knowing you're going to have to defuse.
Just getting that pick is so big there for DeBalm.
Huge.
Just having the time, the delays from, you know, from the Brim there, both the Molly and the ult coming out, just stopping that defuse in time. And now OT, and I think it's really going to come down to which team wins defense.
I 100% agree. And obviously, PSU looking to hopefully do that here. I think that's it. That's really it. You said it so well. Whoever wins defense here is definitely winning this overtime. I'm super curious on who's going to buy what. Because, yeah, Dead Hand has an
operator holding showers, so Fuel has to be careful when they peek in here, and it looks like they want to play A site exclusively. There's 2 members of PSU on B site, so there will be a man advantage for Fuel. The dog comes out instantly broken. They now know there's an operator there.
That is a great use of Sky right there. Knowing there's an op, knowing there's someone long, or knowing someone showers, that is perfect.
Pharaoh jump spotting right into the op spot, but just barely living. Deny gonna get the trade onto Sableye, getting the win.
Nice, that's a great pick.
And Fuel looks like they're completely running over this attack half. I mean, again, it's what we've been seeing, right? The teams play so fast on attack, and then on defense, they just cannot match the speed that the attackers are playing.
And now they're just putting down their smokes. This is going to be so tricky for PSU, and the util coming out now. See the top of their head, knows where they are, but just can't get it. Woody, unfortunate,
no.
but still up 4-2 here. Claire Lover just watching spawn.
Making sure there's no TP play, no fancy lurks here. Seo, though, just pick up that operator themselves. Make sure no plant. No defuse happens for Pooh, just to spam the Vipers.
Wow.
That's just, you know, that snake bite came out and just did so much damage. As Claire Lover got the spam from the other side. And honestly, that win from that dual win from Seo, and also Deny getting 2 picks in this round is so crucial, right? You saw also just the Sky value, knowing that there's an operator, so Fuel can be a little bit more careful. Honestly, Claire Lover almost got their head taken clean off.
And look at this, Seo's going to do the exact same thing that the other Rays did.
I think it's good, right? Seo's also the opper on Fuel, I believe, so it makes a lot of sense.
Last week, I don't know if you tuned in, but last week, I think Seo held an op for almost 5 rounds in a row while getting, I think, 6 or 7 kills. I apologize. But he did get around 6 or 7 kills.
Sableye gonna get the first one, but Seo here. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Seo with the op yet
Oh,
because they just haven't had the money on defense. Fuel never had money on defense. They've never had a buy like this. So
And now that they do, they're
now are in the
sitting
lead.
pretty.
Ray holding Garden, making sure nothing happens. Deny just be holding lamps. They don't want to give an inch. Because if they give an inch, their PSU may just take everything off of Fuel's and just honestly get them back into another round of OT. Fuel wants to close this one out now and get us to the next map. As yes,
Oh, Pooh with a
Pooh, though, does
nice
get the
kill
trade.
there from Deny. Deny's been playing really well, so that's a great pick. You also want to keep your Cypher alive as well.
Sure.
Seo looking still with the op.
Brim did pick
Oh
up the
my
spike.
goodness, what a flick.
Great kill there from Zeo, yeah. I mean, pick up the spike is Brim, so they're going to be planting on A site. There's no choice. But with Clara Lover staying so far behind in B, it's a 2v2 here. As Seo's looping around to high ground, looking for something. Dre gets this dog out, just clears out all of back site for A. The plant comes out from Owen is a lake. Nade comes out. They know where he is. Does it get any damage, though? DeBomb gets the first pick on Aseo.
It's a great pick.
It's a 2v2. Drake just kind of has to wait for his teammate.
Oh, Dre, this is an amazing angle. There's no way.
Traded. Clara Lover's going to be pushing in. They know it's clear.
Oh, wow.
Bomb finds him, and now it's a 1v2. The flash comes out, and they both know he's here. The molly, and just not going to be enough to bomb. Yet again, incredible round from them, and now we're going to a second OT. It looked so good at the start, but slow crumbles happened from Fuel. Just trades from DeBomb, just not getting traded. Just complete wash at the end of that post plant, and now Fuel back on attack.
Wow. I'm pretty speechless. I really thought Fuel had that in the bag, if I'm going to be honest. That was theirs to win. They should really want to end it there. But unfortunately having to go again. Let's see if they can, you know, just push through on attack here like they did last time. Just kind of take over. Looking to go to A here. Pushing all together.
Something interesting, at least three members of PSU on this defense side all have a shorty as well as their rifle.
Yeah, I mean, they know this close corners map. They know they've been playing a lot of really close kills. Right there, like, what?
Wow. The trade. Getting two there was so big.
That is huge.
You should get traded after the first. Woody might not be very happy with that one, but now, as everyone knows their hero, Clara Lover has to win this. Lamps fight doesn't. Owen is a lake. Again, just so good at holding down this site. They've been this so far this round. Him and Bomb now. Dead hand here in back site with the op has such a good angle on any player trying to push.
They're just stuck in showers here, too.
They're stuck. They can't move. They're locked in lamps. They have no place to move. They're trying to push in, but Seo gets chunked, gets killed, and now it's just Dre versus 4. And this could be the round that seals the deal for Fuel, but Dre looking to fire, and yeah, that's the first defense one. Fuel has to fire back with a defense win of their own.
Wow, this is going to be really tough for Fuel here coming in. You know, they just saw him kind of steamroll him a little bit on defense, just play super patient, and they just won crucial kills. Fuel's going to need to do the exact same on defense. I wonder if they're going to kind of switch up and maybe not do what they did before with having the 3 people on A and only 2 on B. It's looking like, I'm not sure what they're going to do. It's looking like they're putting 3 agents on B and 2 going to A with that Yoru teleport all the way to the back to B. So they're going B heavy, so kind of the opposite of what they were doing, just seeing if this will work, mixing it up, but looking like
Clara Lover's going to get that first pick. It's Seo as well, so it's already a 3 versus 5 for Fuel, and all members of Fuel from the B side are going to be rotating quickly over to A. And the spike is in the hand of Owen is a lake.
that is a great teleport right there. Wow.
Nothing as the teleport from Deny is just going to get so much value, so much info. Woody trying to get this trade on Disable. The Stimmy does come out. The bomb does actually end up trading off Woody as Dre is going to take their spot now.
See, this is where we saw them last time when they were defending Fuel, so now they need to try to clutch up this one. Deny with a
good
huge
pick.
kill.
That's an incredible pick. Picking off the bomb is the main player that's been really a thorn in Fuel's side. Now it's just Owen is a lake and Sableye. This Lamps fight so important. Sableye does win it, but teleports into a snake bite and just gets shot down by Deny. It's a 1 versus 2. 1 versus 1, but
beautiful trade right there.
Great trade.
Wow.
And you know, we said it was going to be decided by who wins attack or wins defense, but both teams just won defense, so this one could go a while. Both teams seem to be trying to kind of figuring out each other on the both sides. I think
they need a new change of scenery. I really want to see them play on another map. Let's see if
I
this
think they might
OT
need to
can
see
end.
B site.
Yeah,
I don't know when
maybe,
I last saw
honestly.
B site, to be honest.
No, I think you're right.
They've just only been attacking A because it's just been working,
It
right?
has been working, and so now I wonder if they're going to switch it up. Both teams failed going A site, so now let's see if they're going to go B site. I'm really curious.
Where did Lover even come from? Was he from back site? Lurked all the way through Lance?
I believe so.
That's a great lurk there.
It is. I mean, probably just said, wait for me, and then,
Yeah.
pushed together and got that
honestly, the
trade.
snake bite from him as well. Like,
yes.
Teleport right into the snake bite and instantly taking their head off.
That was
so much damage.
Unfortunate for PSU. Amazing for Fuel, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
obviously he can say, he's like, I meant to do that. He's probably calming, being like, guys, look at how good my lineups are.
Maybe he did put it on the TP, you never know, right?
Yeah,
but
if I'm a Claire lover, I'm saying that. I'm telling everyone, I'm clipping that when I go home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at this, I just won us that.
We're on this attack half, though, now, as Fuel 3 in Garden. Can the bomb find one? Doesn't get traded even as Sayo. He's going to find them as the bomb just places that dog, and now 1 for 1, but I think actually might be favored too, because you don't have your initiator anymore, but you still have smokes.
Yes.
Which I think is a little more crucial, especially when you're on the defense side,
And you have this
right?
operator. CEO has
But
no line of sight.
Again, winning the Yoru 1v1. Seems to have a little bit of stabilized number in this one for V1. That hand going to get flashed out.
Little Yoru diff, if you will.
Though does find Claro Lover, so now it's again a still 3v3. But there's an operator for SEO. He's in showers. Has a not what he wants from his satchel, and that's going to cost the spike. Dropped. Dre does pick it up, looking for maybe a bit of a plant, but tries to push instead. Fuel cleaned out, and I just don't think. I think the interaction with the tripwire messed up SEO's movement, and that's going to cost them the round.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate. Obviously did not want that to happen. Just kind of completely expose themselves
the trap
in front of everyone.
The tripwire for sure caught him off guard. Just completely cut his horizontal momentum. And I think that's actually probably part of the Raze nerf that happened. Might be that reason. So you'll see.
You could definitely be right there.
Fuel has to win another defense side, has to take us to a 15-15 OT.
Oh my goodness.
For the first map, they are going to be on bind for a while, I feel. Unless PSU cracks the attack side of Fuel or defense side of Fuel here.
Oh wow!
But instantly head taken off from SEO.
That was
looking
insane.
for a jump shot. Yeah, I mean they've just been playing so aggressive. And you see, no one's B, right? The only people B are 2 members of Fuel who are lurking.
And this is going to be a crucial lurk, honestly, if they can get there quick enough. Who getting taken out? Just trying to throw down Util. That is huge.
The lurk is being watched by 2 different people, though. Both Sableye and Deadhand are both watching this lurk. Will it find any value? This is a crucial fight here for Sableye. Does get the first pick, but the bomb is already there to cover, and that's 2 picks. And now Fuel's entire game plan has crumbled, and they're going to have to rotate back to B, as now B is completely open.
Wow, that is super unfortunate for Fuel. You're thinking you got 2 people working together on flank. Surely they don't have 2 people watching flank.
But now Fuel has to be careful because, you could just have PSU take the TP from here, right?
No,
if they
100%.
notice that's too much, but actually an aggressive satchel onto site. But yeah, Deadhand gets raided, and they take the TP right away.
Just as you were saying.
They see all 3 members of Fuel, so Fuel playing a bit of a ring around the rosy, just keep chasing them back to site. Each and every one. The bomb.
Super low here.
But the bomb can't heal themselves, crucially. Seekers do come out. Won't find too much value.
Unfortunate miss there from
Molly
Seo.
comes,
Really
he's
needed
just
that.
spamming through the smoke. As this smoke on Iron's going to be so much value. The op, though, from CU can make some magic happen. They just have no info. They have no idea where any player could be, but Woody finds the first trade.
Pick. That's what you need. You just need 1, and then now we're going in here. It's amazing.
Now
CU's going to probably get down on...
But the bomb is first. Sableye does find the pick, and the bomb yet again. And PSU White are going to take our first map 16-14 after a hard-fought battle.
Wow. Wow. I'm honestly speechless.
Hey, it's us.
Hey, I really thought Fuel had that. I'm just really taken back. Honestly, they had it in that first overtime. They could have won it. They won attack. They were up 4-3 in defense, and they just unfortunately let it go. As well as they were up what?
The second, I believe there was another OT where they were winning on the attack side. They won the defense, lost the attack.
It's just so unfortunate.
Yeah, it's really, that's how the cookie crumbles, right? It's those tense moments that really show what teams are at the top, right? And now Fuel, they're going to have to go to their pick, which is Haven, thankfully.
Yes.
They were on a map that it wasn't the map they were wanting to play, so maybe a bit better position here for Fuel. We'll see how they look on Haven as Bind is gone, and then I think they'll take us to Lotus, and I think they're going to have some stuff happen on Lotus if they win this Haven.
Yes, I'm really excited. I hope they can move it to Lotus as well, because I want to see Fuel come back and show them why they picked Haven. But we're going to be
yeah, we'll just have to,
break,
as we're
I
waiting for
believe.
the teams to get into that, we're going to have to take a short break. But don't go anywhere. We got plenty of Val action still to come.
And welcome back. Unfortunately, if you did not catch the first round, Fuel unfortunately lost Bind, which was their pick. Now we're going to the second game. Fuel's down 1. We're going to Ascent, which was picked by PSU. We're going to see if Fuel can turn it around and win this match.
Yeah, we'll see how Fuel's Ascent's going to look. I believe, looking at the comps, I think they play fairly standard. Ascent kind of has one comp that kind of rules them all at this point. It's a very standard comp, so we'll see how that goes. Fuel is going to be starting on defense, so just feeling that they maybe have a little bit more possibility to win there. This side, I think, not sure how much favor they have towards Ascent. It's such a common map that you kind of have to be able to play it.
Yes.
Especially in these types of games. So we'll see as we're going to be heading into Agent Select very shortly. Looking to see what the draft is going to be for both teams.
I'm very excited to see this because it says a lot about how it's going. I personally, I play KJ a lot, and I think Ascent is one of KJ's best maps. I'm also not as good as them. I am bronze, so it's a lot different. I
think you'll see a lot more Cypher
yes,
on Ascent.
Definitely
more so. You'll see, you'll see the Cypher definitely gonna be like
Jet is
Cypher,
huge.
Jet's gonna be really common. You're gonna see Omen as pretty much the primary smoker.
Yes.
Though there might be maybe a bit of change up. You never know. As we'll have to see what Fuel's really looking towards, right? During this Agent Select. And you're going to be seeing Sova, probably guaranteed. You're probably also going to see KO, guaranteed. The double initiator is super popular on this map. As agents
are being selected
there
right
we
now.
are. Here we are.
This is beautiful. I'm so excited to see Woody play KJ.
Yeah, a bit of a change-up. Woody's going to be on the Sentinel role. Usually the smokes for Fuel. So just see how that's going to work out as Claro Lover's going to be picking up the Astra. It's the alternative to the Omen, but it has just a little bit less of the Paranoid is just such a good ability.
Yes.
That it really clears out so much just angles alone. So it's interesting to see how teams can play without that. And that's really going to be the crucial thing here for Fuel as in the map defense sided. Or defense, right? You see Ascent. You're going to see a lot of mid control. You're going to see a lot of cat control. You're going to see probably basic one ways happening on but yeah, we'll have to see, right? It's really going to come down to pistols. So far, Fuel won both pistols, but that did not really matter in the end.
Unfortunately, it did not.
We'll see if they can get on the ball rolling yet again with another pistol win as we are about to head into the game, just waiting for us to load up. Now, here we are right away. The Cypher Cam coming out on B main. As it looks like PSU is going to be playing quite aggressive on B. Spike is still in spawn as the Jet's going to be walking back to go grab that. And you'll notice fairly similar role assignments, but actually the Cypher player for PSU is going to change here as Pooh is going to be on the the KO instead, and Dead Hand, the Raze, is going to be on the Cypher.
Which is going to be really, really interesting to see because Dead Hand was playing super well towards the end, especially in overtime. So I want to see how this transfers over playing site.
Sableye gets the first pick, though, off of that Sova. The Ghost. This pistol matters so incredibly important. Who's so low here at Logs. Dre pushes up so aggressive, and Dre yet again, just honestly crucial in these pistol rounds as it's now a 2 versus 2. Dre's so low, though, but a 4 for Dre, and now it's just a 1 versus 2 to Bomb. Stuck on site. Did get the plant down, though. Does Dre find the ace? He has to win the round. Does have one more flash in the pocket. The classic at this range is just not going to beat the Sheriff.
And DeBomb is still riding that high from last round, as you saw. DeBomb was playing super well on Sky. Switched to the Duelist. You got to feed the hot hand here. And I really like the way DeBomb has been playing. Just checking every angle, playing super slow and waiting for the opponent to mess up. And unfortunately, Fuel did mess up there. Dre doing, as much as you can, getting the 4 kills. It really hurts when your Sentinel goes down right away, as we saw. Super unfortunate, because now they know, okay, that whole setup's gone. Now we can push in.
Exactly, right. And you saw DeBomb instantly push in, get that plant down, and just played a great post plant inside of B. And now you'll have to see, interesting to see how Fuel's going to play from the deficit now with, losing that first pistol. They're not going to be on that eco round, whereas PSU is now they're going to be on this, light by looking bonus afterwards. And if you'll stop it, or are they just going to get a little bit run over here? I believe I did see Deny with a Sheriff of their own. So not a full save here.
Interesting.
Does get traded out by DeBomb.
Taking away their Sheriff as well, though.
A-site might just be completely taken over. Claro Lover stuck in tree.
We saw That is why Jet is so crucial. Just getting onto that site and getting that high angle right there is so nice when you're pushing onto the A site. Really good. That's why Jet is just almost always played on this map. I really like that. The bomb has just been playing so well, using all the util and looking and pushing in, getting util. Unfortunately,
just
did get a trade, which is nice though.
Now Sableye,
wow, great kill.
So much with this Outlaw. I mean, it's really, Outlaws are so strong, especially on these rounds, but they just don't have any armor, right? When they're on that full save, the Outlaw really shines. But now, interested to see how this, how they're gonna play on the bonus. We'll still be able to win this rifle round, just not quite in the cage. There is Sayo now gonna be down to bonus here, or rather a buy. I believe PSU will have maybe one gun, maybe two, as two of their members, I think, did end up falling. So we'll see what the rebuy is going to be, if it's going to be like a Bulldog, or if they're going to go
Guardian,
full buy.
maybe.
Yeah, right.
Or those lines.
The bomb here with the Judge pushing up deep.
Just waiting for the Sova dart. Oh, wow. A little bit different. Wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah, expecting the lineup to hit the top, right? The classic lineup. Instead, just hitting the ground. So it does get the scan off before it is destroyed, which is pretty good info there for Dre. Now, they have to watch for this Judge so much. He's going to grab the orb here, looking to try to get to those knives just ever so slightly quicker. As the flash here from Pooh could make something happen. The knife as well to open up the site. Like to try to detect anyone. Suppresses the KJ. That's a crucial suppress.
That's a great suppress. Now you know, again, that site is going to be a lot more free here.
What he's stuck in market.
Don't think KJ set up too much, though. Oh, as we can see, though, a molly does come out. KO knife must have worn off. Jet pushing onto site. The bomb, nice, and trying to close this door here.
Bomb double smoke down.
And pushing out. That was a great job. That is a lot of credit goes to the bomb there, pushing them out.
Here, though. Who does actually kill their own teammate with the nade.
Oh,
and now it's a 2 versus 2 with Fuel having the health deficit. Deny has this rifle here. It's rifle versus rifle on at spawn. Just going to see how this CT fight's going to play out as both players of Fuel are pushing through CT. But I mean, PSU is going to get this plant on A site. Sableye already get the plants down. The cage goes up to heaven. And now Dart's going to come out as well. But going to get
good
caught.
pick by Sayo there.
Util. And now
that's a Vandal too, and Phantom. Looking really good for Fuel. Just needs to just checking all these corners.
And this last one.
Yep.
We're looking hell, but it's not there. He's playing in a main.
Yep.
They have to be careful because as soon as he taps, they could look. But a good scan there is going to catch him out. The ADS doesn't quite hit as Dead Hand down with 10 HP, just trying to spray. But Sayo covering their diffuser so well there for Deny. And it's going to be a round of bounce back from Fuel. So no bonus one for the side of PSU. So money isn't going to be super in their favor.
That was a great job, though. Sayo just been playing super well today. I really like the way he's just been getting every single pick. I feel like every single time I see Sayo in a 1v1, Sayo is winning them every single time, and I think that's a big difference maker. Not even playing a duelist here, playing a initiate.
Sofa,
yeah, and still just getting these picks, which I think is crucial. Sayo just being a big difference maker, as well as Dre played so well last game as well. I want to see if that transfers over here.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Dre's been frying in these pistol rounds, but just a little bit more util focused in these other rounds, right? Not really getting the kills really want from you kind of want every player to frag, right? But sometimes
100%.
someone has to be the bottom frag, right?
Yes. Well,
when they're getting that enough util, it's honestly fine.
Yeah.
Interesting to see how these Astro Stars are going to play out as both sitting here in a main.
See, as you can see on B, KJ can kind of hold its complete own. As you see, the two Molly setups and then also the alarm bot as well there can just push everyone out that's trying to push there. And then KJ just sits down there on site waiting. So we can kind of 4-stack or 3-stack A and have them lurk mid with this Sova. I think it's a really good job. That's why I personally like KJ a lot on this map. Has amazing setups. Obviously Cypher is amazing too, but I really like KJ on this map, and I think obviously Woody does as well.
Paralover gets the opening pick. The bomb though gets a good trade on Deny, but the health bars for PSU were so low. 1 HP on the bomb, 1 HP on Cypher. It's a 1-for-1 yet again. It's 3v3. Look at Cypher's HP.
And so Sova, you can't even tell that it's that low.
Oh, Sova's even lower.
Wow.
They have to watch Tree. Claro does get the trade.
Great trade.
2v2. 1v2 now. It's up to this Omen, but Sayo's just going to get that clean win on the side. And going to have the Hunter's Fury for the next fight, next round.
Yes, playing super together there, which I really like as Fuel. I love that, not playing too aggressive. You know, I think a lot of the times when teams push so heavily onto one site, you're kind of wanting to get a pick or whatever. But I think Fuel's super good at waiting for their team to come, waiting for everyone to be there, and then playing together. We saw just trade after trade after trade and ended up winning because they knew that they were up in the health. They weren't up necessarily in agents, you know, and how many people they had, but they were up in the health, and I think that overall just won them that round. Just getting a few extra, you know, shots in here and there, and it just wound up winning. So 2-2, as we see kind of the opposite as like the last game where we saw Fuel up by a lot. Now it's tied, and Fuel lost the first two.
Yeah, dead even. Now the knives come out from the bomb as both teams also have Hunter's Fury, but CO with that operator is going to find a great pick there.
It's a great knife here too, stopping this ult from the bomb.
Finds the player in mid, right, playing on Cat. Snipes them right there, and that's going to be a great opening pick. Already taking out the Sova, who has Hunter's Fury. So now, Seo's Hunter's Fury is going to go completely uncontested, and the knives from the bomb might be wasted. To see, as they're going to try to make something happen. They have a Bucky and knives versus a bunch of guns. Dre has the ultimate. He would stop everything on the tracks of PSU.
Well, Fuel just looking
patient,
super good here, just waiting. They know they have to make the move. They're sitting up a person as well. And as I said, just KJ just sitting alone on B. Cypher looking to see if anyone's B there, but no one is going to peek out. KJ's just going to sit. Woody doing a great job.
Ash comes in.
Woody now hearing where they're going to rotate over as we see on the mini-map.
Kill there from Claro, and that's just going to be a clean ace for Fuel, or a flawless rather. Different term here. But yeah, I mean, great play there from Fuel. Just great patience, really, making sure that they knew they had an advantage because of the op pick from Seo mid. And they could just take that and force PSU to push forward into their waiting arms and just held A site beautifully. And that's really what you want to see on defense. It's probably maybe why they picked defense. But now you're going to have to make sure that for PSU, you have to know to watch out for this op player on mid.
Yes,
right?
for sure.
They now have to be quite scared because this could just completely take them over instantly. And it's not like the op has to be SEO, right? It could also be Deny.
Yes. Which
it's not, actually. Looks like CO might still be holding it instead of just holding B main.
You know, the one thing that I don't like from PSU is, as we saw last round, they had someone lurk all the way to B while everyone pushed A. They did that last round and unfortunately lost that trade. I don't know if it's going to work on this map. It's so far, and going all the way from B back to A is just going to be so tricky. No close corners and also no...
a big fight there for the bomb, but Deny did get 2 for 1 in his own play, so back down to 2 for 3v3 here as Claro Lover in their own smoke. The bomb's going to have to push in to make any progress, and Claro Lover with a fantastic timing.
Oh my
and gets 2. Can they get the third?
Yes,
a fantastic round for Claro Lover. What timing there, really. Just knowing when they can sneak out. It could have been risky, right?
Yes, but that was just
You have to have that confidence right as they try to play on the player in tree. They swing out of their own smoke, get that kill, get the kill on the player in main, and then get the player dropping from heaven. And now they're in a 4-2 for Fuel. The guns are so good. Operator yet again on CO side, as well as a Sheriff.
Wow.
We're looking for one-shots and one-shots only here for CO. As they're going to hold B main yet again. There's 3 players of Fuel to B, 2 to A. Mid is completely open, and it looks like PSU might capitalize on that.
Looks like Jet is going to be watching that catwalk, though. He's kind of peeking his head out, just seeing what's happening over there. You know, this is what I wonder every single time. Do you think Claro Lover's listening to Claro while playing?
It very well may be, but now as we see, looking at this cat fight, I think is where everything's going to happen. Deny has to get 1, but does get full flash and just completely cleared out. As great flash there from the KO. That's really, KO's pop flashes around these corners are so strong on this map. And now they're at a deficit, but Woody finds 1 at tree. Now the rest waiting for the garage door to close as everyone is in heaven here. CEO's going to drone out, gets a good scan, but the drone is taken out by the KO ult, and now they're just forced to push back. They have to walk all the way back, but Woody gets another pick.
Just kind of clawing our way back into this game. Woody's saying, you know what, I'll put you guys on my back for this one. CEO's going to be really tough with this op here. We've seen him do it way harder.
The omen of PSU going to get 2 kills. Theo, though, gets 1 trade with the op, but now it's a 2v1. It's an op versus a rifle. Drops down. Can he play it? He has to be so careful.
Pros don't fake. Pros don't fake.
He gets it to half. Now he
Wow.
swings.
Oh my God.
And he gets it.
Oh my
What a clutch
God.
from SEO there. The team has to be static. 0.36 there. As we look at the cams,
Look at that.
They're jumping
This is
for joy.
amazing.
That is the first really big clutch I think we've had from Fuel so far.
That was amazing. And
I mean,
CEO, again, he did this a lot actually last week. Had a lot of big clutches. I think Dre also had a huge clutch last week, so I love seeing this. I think the MVP, though, of that round was Woody.
For sure.
These two
picks are
oh
so
my
big.
God, they were amazing.
But CEO gets this good cleanup. I mean, winning this with an AWP is not easy, right? These close fights, you want the rifle. Surviving here is crazy. And then winning that, getting the half, because they know they have to get half to play this.
Wow.
Now,
you can't draw that up any perfectly. Also, if I'm the Omen, I'm kicking myself. You know that if you wait literally 0.36 seconds more, you're getting that. And CEO with the kill.
Kill
just
again.
rolling. Wow.
On fire so far. On fire so far. I mean, this operator's been in his hands for like 6 rounds now, it feels like. It just, no one can take it out from CEO. Just no one's been able to stop him as another dart comes in, but it's going to land on site instead. A little bit of a fake there, as they wasn't sure if anyone actually pushed in or not yet. As 2 players are waiting, including the spike. 2 lurks on A. I wonder if this does anything, or they're just going to have to rejoin. Looks like they kind of want to play it, but they can't decide.
Yeah,
they're just not sure how to play because they're at a player deficit.
I think they're,
and it's always their Sova.
Yes, it is. I think they're playing super, super passive, just waiting to try to get that pick, then picking that one. You know, they know, like, if they can get that KJ, they know, okay, let's push this site. But unfortunately, Fuel doing a great job just not giving them anything to work with. They're going to say, we're up someone, you know, you've got to come to us. And a great scam.
Yeah,
oh
great.
I
mean, it's just so hard to get these, to take these sites when you have no info, right? The most info you have is that knife from KO, and now that's gone as well. So both info agents from PSU are going to be taking out. So how do they enter a site? They're walking in completely blind as these Astra smokes are just going to take control. Finally, Seo falls, but gets beautifully traded by Dre.
And they're probably going to be able to grab this op.
Yeah, that op's going to be safe.
Yes.
That op's coming right back.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, I'm sure Dre already has it picked up. As honestly, fantastic trading. Yeah, you heard the shot, right? You heard Dre fire an op shot at the very last part of the round. I mean, Seo just completely carrying this round and getting a clutch from last one, just staying on fire. Honestly, could have got that kill. But
Definitely could have.
Dre gets a good trade. I mean, that's what you need, right? When you're playing these aggressive, Seo's not really slowing down.
Look at
11
Seo.
and 3. Yeah.
11 and 3. Are we joking?
When you're not slowing down, you need these players to trade you, right?
And that's so much money. Got to buy someone as well while having the op. Obviously, got given the op, but still 11 to 3 and an assist.
Their money is so good.
Are we
6-2
joking?
right now. This game is looking so
And now they're
good
looking to
for
push
Fuel.
B, which is where KJ set up.
Again,
and this is what you
another
don't want.
pick
That's
with the
insane.
operator, and KJ gets the kill with the turret. I mean, we have to find a different route, right?
Oh my God, Woody.
Seo does finally fall again, but that op's just going to be saved again. The KJ ult does come out.
Is so good too,
Such a
and they're
good
just
lockdown.
up 4-2. Obviously, Woody, not a lot of HP right now, but everyone else is looking great.
Player Lover with a very interesting spot here, playing.
I like it a
top.
lot.
The Balkan Cat to try to stop the rotation, but actually, they don't care. PSU wants this. They do find Woody. Does she get traded? Dre's holding close, and there's also a player in market. The shock dart comes out. The smoke from Claro Lover is good. Now Dre, so unbelievably close. The barrel is poking out of the window.
Wow, this is crawling their way back a bit. PSU really, really, really needs to win this one. They're down on guns. They're down on rounds. They're down on everything. Can they pull this one out? They were down 4-2 and now 3-2.
Claro Lover down to 1 star here and already double smoked. So gonna have to see what happens once this smoke dissipates. Sableye sneaks in, but can Owen as a Lake do it? No, the spike falls. And with that, Dre is gonna be able to clear out, actually deny that got the pick onto Owen as a Lake there, which is so crucial.
Wow.
That's
Super
the spike
patient.
holder. They've noticed that the honestly, PSU has a bit of a habit where they've only given their spike to their smokes player.
Yes.
So if you find that pick, you know you're probably in a pretty good situation.
Right here, just look at this setup.
I mean,
that KJ setup is just preventing them from even walking anywhere. They can't even look. Look at these amazing kills. Just each round. What I love about KJ on this is there's probably 5 or 6 different good setups that you can have, and they've been just Woody's been switching it up every single time, just switching up where they put the turret, where they put themselves, where they put the mollies, where they just everything so good as we see PSU take a timeout.
First timeout so far of the two of the games. You know, shocked no one took a timeout, but it felt like it was really trading back and forth.
Yeah.
But instead here, as honestly, PSU looks a little lost into this operator of SEO. Don't actually know if he has it, though. I don't believe it actually ended up getting picked up at the end of the round there.
No, but could easily
So
buy it as
he
we
can buy another one, yeah. I
which
mean,
I think you
he's
gotta do.
so rich, right? It's just done so much work. I mean, you have to try something on A here if you're PSU, right? Like, B has failed you 6 times in a row.
Yes.
There's just no way, but they have to be cooking something up. That's what the timeouts are for, right?
They have they have 4 utils. They're They're probably looking to use at least 2 of them, I can imagine. You know, who unfortunately playing like who right now hopefully can clean it up. I think the character switch is really tough going from Cypher all the way to going to this initiator role. Just not working out right now. As we see him playing super aggressive onto B again. Jet and KJ pushing up.
Yeah, here you see 3 players on A. As Deadhand does get the pick onto Woody, so that's going to be your Sentinel gone. All your setups are gone. The Neural Theft comes out from the Cypher, so now they know every location, and they are hard pushing into A as they know only Claro Lover is covering this.
Which
There's
you need
3
to
players
do.
rotating into Heaven. SEO as well with Operator. Magic happened here last time, and it happened again. Pooh looking to find a very close angle here on window. Does get the pick on Deny. Arden, and now Owen is a lake going to find SEO, and it looks like PSU may have cracked the code unless Claro Lover can find an insane clutch. Finds 2, needs to find this 3rd. And
wow.
It's winnable. I mean, you
6 HP.
If he wants, he can invest the wall, but I think
it would just be a waste. I think
it's in his best interest to just try to take these ones, but he's going to walk
it's
right
gonna
into
save,
the waiting
unfortunate.
arms of Dead Hand.
Yeah.
Playing in CT there, and
But
honestly,
still taking 3, I think that's a win for Fuel.
money.
You know,
Look at the money. I mean, Sableye had already, they survived and they have 1,800. I mean, the money for PSU is so bad, I feel. So now Claro Lover just taking 3 guns out of the game there. So, I mean, PSU, they're going to be in a weird buy situation.
Look at that, 50
Actually,
50 credits left for
if
the
they
bomb
lose
full
this
buy.
round, they could be in a lot of trouble. Mind you, the bomb can play with the knives.
Yes,
Doesn't have
for
to buy
sure.
the next round, but who's going to be in trouble? And you see the operator is back in the hands of SEO. I believe actually got a drop.
Great pick. That's why
And
you
it's
pick
right
up the
back.
op. This is insane. I don't think I've ever seen an op used so well and so perfectly, other than CO's. And look, gonna get this info here too. The pistol, no shot. Yes way.
Classic
yes
is
way.
so balanced.
Wow.
What
And
can you
almost
do?
gets another one here too. Looking to re-peek, doesn't even care.
Fuel just has a win now because Spike is just sitting cat.
Wow.
They have to push up for the spike, but Dre does get picked off.
Oh.
And Sableye actually gets that trade with a little bit of a wide swing. Deadhand's going to be able to pick up the spike here as they meet up at 3. Now they're just going to look for a plant on A. It's a 1 versus 3 actually all of a sudden.
Yes, all
for
I'm
the
gonna
side
say
of
though
PSU.
is if anyone can do it, Woody can do it.
Woody
I
have
believe in her.
lockdown. Does not have lockdown, so it's going to be a lot harder of a retake, especially shooting through this smoke with the op being spammed. Vandal spam and not going to find that
Unfortunate.
one. Just a little bit of a peek there from Dead Hand, just a bit of an advantage.
That's a
I mean,
really
this round
tough one.
This round started so good, and then it just fell apart. I mean, this classic kill from CO, fantastic movement, 2 right clicks to the head, but everywhere else, the team kind of fell apart, and losing this duel is so crucial.
Yes, that's really unfortunate. And now, as we see, Fuel's gonna save here, I believe.
It's last rounds. They have to
Oh,
buy as
yes,
much as
you're
possible,
right.
right? But their money's not in a good spot. I mean, SEO's not gonna have an op. They're gonna have they will have full rifles. So it's gonna be full rifle versus full rifle. I would
lot
actually
of
like to
ults
see. Yeah, Pooh's gonna have that rifle bot. So now everyone has rifle. Knives are also out for Jets. Actually, I think only PSU's has it. I don't think Deny has knives yet. Hunter's Fury's out. Actually, he does, but he hasn't pulled them. Rather just shoot with the Vandal as Bomb's pushing aggressive. Gets 1 kill with the knife on the Claro Lover. Smokes are gone for Fuel. No.
Good pick by
KO
Dre.
ult
That's
comes
crucial.
out. Yeah. A 1 for 1, but KO ult did come out for Pooh, and now the plant's going to go down safely as Owen is playing in hell. It's a fantastic paranoia there. Blinds 3 members of Fuel, but not enough capitalization as they know where everyone is. Flash comes out, but they're so split is PSU. 2 players main, 1 player hell. Like, they're in such a good position. And actually, the Omen TP out to get him out of hell.
Yeah,
To
wow.
make himself in a safe position. Seo's going to get the defuse.
Looking for the ult here, which I think is great. Obviously, you've got to use it now, last round.
And
And still
gets
Deny with the kill. That's great.
Picks off. The suppress comes out from the knife, but
Halved
a little bit of a
already?
weird
Holding it
pathing
all
there
the
from
way?
Pooh.
Amazing.
Going to walk in and just a hold there from SEO. And now we're back to 8-4, which is a little bit cursed last time, but we'll see if Fuel can clean it
Unfortunately.
up. how their attack's going to go on Ascent here if they can crack the defense like PSU kind of failed to do themselves. And honestly, in that last round, I mean, you saw just a really good hold from PSU, broken slowly by players dropping together. You saw two people drop Hell, which forced the Omen to TP out.
Yep.
You saw Deny getting the trade on Dead Hand, and then who just kind of walking through as he gets flashed.
Yeah,
just right in the open, and then Sableye getting traded as well. And SEO's just going to sit there holding the defuse button. If you're Fuel, you kind of want Deny to kind of come online. You don't love to see your Jet at the bottom of the scoreboard, but you know,
still, they're making it work
they're doing fine because of just how the heroics from SEO, from Claro, from Dre Woody, right? Like, every player has had their moment to shine. And speaking of moments to shine, we're in a pistol round.
Yes.
Which has been Dre's home ground so far. So we'll see if he can make magic happen yet again. As Woody's going to find a pick with a classic. I'm not sure what Pooh is doing there.
I'm really not.
It's going to be a little bit of a pick off there. Pooh's getting looks a little lost on the KO. But
Dead Hand is in Hell, so probably going to get a pick here, hopefully. Just waiting.
Like,
yep, there's one.
Dead
There's
Hand
two.
finds two. And now it's SEO and Dre. Two players who've been doing the best on pistols versus 3. It's winnable, as they're both already on site. Planting here is SEO.
They have a lot of time.
Dre is covering the plant, but this shock dart is going to come out on the plant. The bomb finds that pick, and now it's a 1 versus 3, and just Dre has to look too many angles. Won't be able to find anything there, as that's another pistol lost for Fuel.
Super unfortunate.
I believe that's 2 pistols lost on this half.
Yes.
On this map. So they won the first 2 pistols on the first map, lost the two pistols on this map so far. So we'll see if they can bounce back, win that win that anti bonus again, right? Like, win that anti eco, and just try to clutch up, as you see 2 outlaws, a Stinger, a Spectre, and the only thing for Fuel, you got 1 light shield and you got a Sheriff, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely not in their favor.
Oh, here's another Sheriff. Oh, never mind.
No,
I think SEO's really thinking.
Actually, SEO's buying the Marshall. Interesting.
I like it. I definitely like it. As we saw, he was playing so well with the op. I can only imagine what he's going to do with this.
Play mid, I assume. Swing mid, look for something, right? As Woody's walking down Cat, slowly. Claro Lover falling as well, just covering their very tracks as the bomb is hunting something on B. There's just no one to be found.
Alarm bot through mid there. Really like that, just alerting you if anyone's pushing through.
Sableye finds that first pick onto Dre with the Outlaw. Again, so lethal when they don't have the armor to defend against it. Flash into the smoke. Now spray from Pooh. Nothing going to come of it. No damage. Molly comes out, but Claro Lover's going to catch him out. But actually, Pooh able to swing back in time. Get that pick. Dead Hand getting a pick as well with the Bulldog. Woody getting 1 trade, but the rest of Fuel is just going to fall immediately to the power of the guns of PSU. The Bulldog purchase from Dead Hand really paying dividends. And this fight's really crucial. I mean, who has that util out? Claro thinks he has a timing, but just doesn't quite get the shots.
Yeah, that was super, super unfortunate. They were looking super good Fuel again. I feel like they start off a lot of rounds doing super well, playing together, and then those first few picks really mess them up. And now they're full buying Fuel, and they're going to need desperately to get this round 1. If they don't, they're going to be looking at an 8-7, which is kind of where the table started to turn last time. They're going to need to push a few here.
And it's a full buy with a Guardian, because remember, Seo bought that Marshall, so doesn't have the money for a rifle here. But honestly, hasn't really been playing the rifles the last couple rounds, so not really shocked. And I finally getting that win on the Jet duel. So crucial here for your Jet to start firing in these late rounds, as Stabilize the only player holding market here, as you do see Pooh loop around onto B site, just holding that.
Woody lurking mid here, which is going to be crazy. Really hoping she can get a pick here, as we see. Nice, amazing. Sableye just unfortunately trying to peek through mid, which Woody was hoping they'd do, and then a great pick. Woody's going to stick here.
Woody's plan here is to try to draw more people over to B. You already see Pooh is holding deep lane, right? Because they expect them to play here, but now Noise is coming out A site.
Pick for Woody
finds another lurk play. So
up 5-2 here. This is looking
can do whatever, but they're already on A site, right? It's just this one player holding Garden, and Woody gets a third kill for the round. Who left alone with a Stinger? It's really not worth saving. Might as well just run head first into the enemy team as the drone comes out to CT. Can they find anything, as Woody's looking for the 4th of the round and does find it? Woody with a great round of their own. Really showing why she is, able to play these Sentis, right? We were confused about the Senti pick at first, right? Because Woody's normally known as the controller player, but really
doing a great
job on this KJ so far. Not a character you expect in her wheelhouse, but I mean, tying SEO 4 kills right now on the board, right? Only thing deficit is the deaths, but really great round. Good 4K there and kind of pretty much solo winning that one. And again, Fuel wins that anti-eco.
Yeah, I think what really separates a good Senti player and a okay Senti player is how they play on offense. Woody knows not much use, when you're pushing onto site. Obviously has the molly, but playing that mid and playing just close gunfights, great job.
Operator on site. The bomb has the op here. Does get sprayed out by the KJ turret, but actually finds Woody on that swing. Now down to 70 HP, but doesn't matter when you take out the enemy sentinel. That's the power of the operator, right? Just quick one shot. Drone finds Deny in the main. Might be a 1v1 here between Deny and Sova
And
of
Seo now having
PSU.
ult, which I really like. Seo
And
having
Sableye is
ult.
going to win that 1v1 in B
Wow.
main, right? So B site is completely clear for PSU. Fuel has to put every member towards A now, but there's 3 here. It's a 3 versus 5. Very big deficit here as this gun round for Fuel not looking fantastic so far. And it really is just off that pick of the operator. I mean, this map's kind of been just a tale of the op, right? Now, let's see how
Just trying to
Fuel
push in,
takes
kind of a
this site.
last-ditch effort here. Unfortunately, pushing into the Cypher setup, trying to Sova drone out here, but just playing super patiently. PSU knows that they have to push. They still only have 3 people staying here because they're just making sure, just in case they rotate back. Unfortunately, Fuel doesn't really have a lot of time to rotate back, but they're just going to wait out the smoke and then go for one last push, I think.
Operator holding deep back sight, as well as the close player of the Omen and someone in tree. You have to be so careful. The smokes come out, but they just get caught from every which direction. Every single player holding A finds a kill of their own. The player holding close on box gets one, forces the look of the other players there. Then the operator takes one clean out. They have to swing around and they get picked off by the person in tree.
And this
That's
really
the power of the cross angles,
yeah,
right?
and that op kill really started the round, as you said earlier. They did a really good job of just getting that one pick, and now we just hold our sights, and that's what you got to do. Amazing. And also, was it Sableye getting that kill on Deny early too as well, just putting them up. Just keep getting small picks here and there, and it really, really wins them around.
Yeah, winning that 1v1 is so crucial,
Yeah.
right? Because it just means that they no longer really have to worry about B lurk, or they have to worry about any lurks at all, right? They find the lurker out in a 1v1 just because he held close. Now, a little pocket, and Woody's looking to place this lockdown in the standard position, but Sableye
with
finding
the kill.
Deny so early on. Now going to back completely out the bomb, hunting for players trying to escape through B main. With a great op angle, doesn't find one, but who does find the winning KO trade, but Woody get a good trade back, so it's back to somewhat even. PSU a little bit of a lead. One player did end up getting detained. I don't know who that was,
Nice
as Woody
kill by Woody.
finds a kill in back sight. Now 3v3, the plant comes out, but 3v2 now. No smokes for the side of Fuel.
Devon picking up that Phantom as well, throwing away the op for a
Now
second.
it's up to SEO in the back site alone, getting
Oh.
pincered between 3 different ways, and then it's going to be 9-8 for PSU now. They're kind of running away with this attack half so far, but Fuel still in the lead. They have to solve this they have to solve their own attack here, as it feels like Nye just walks in, gets head taking clean off, and the fight's just kind of lost as soon as your entry fails. And now Fuel on a full go. I mean, their buys are rough, right? Bucky,
Yes.
Adaptive Shield, Stingers, classics, like it's Spectres. Like, these are not the buys you want to
No,
see.
and we still see DeBomb with the operator going back for that after. It's really unfortunate too because they use KJ's ult, which I think is one of the best ults in the game in my opinion, especially
So
for
good at
taking
clearing a
sites
site, yeah.
or retaking sites. And so just seeing that be used and not getting that round, they know that that was a crucial round. That's why they wanted to use that ult. And just unfortunate they couldn't get it. And DeBomb also keeping this op. It's just so tough.
Knife finds the bomb. The only ult in the game is this Hunter's Fury from Sale, but Sableye is going to get another winning pick onto Woody. Woody finding a little bit of trouble in these last couple rounds. Now Sableye going to get
Good
picked off
pick
by
by
the
Seo.
team. Can they pick up that gun? I don't think so, as there's 2 other members of PSU here. Now, it looks like this flash is going to get so much value. SEO gets another pick. But
No
it's
Claire
all
Lover.
for naught. It's a 3v1, and Claire Lover only has a classic to their name, and they're going to take a long fight versus an operator and a vandal. It's not in their favor, that's for sure. But Bucky as well, as per, we're expecting it, the Bucky from Claire
Yep.
Lover at this point, right?
Probably favorite gun, I'm assuming,
maybe
but
look for a smoke or something, but nope, just going to dry peek it and lose that fight. It's just the gun deficit, just not in the favor of Fuel, and now they're going to be in they have to win. This is honestly a must-win round. The money for PSU, I mean, you see an operator onto bomb with 7,000 in the bank, right? 5,000, 6,000, 4,000. Only one that's not extremely rich is their Sova, but players can buy for them next round.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
It's
Actually,
no problem.
I think the bomb actually just bought for Sova instead, so Sova will have their own money for next round. So everyone has enough for next round. Fuel, if they lose this, it could be a snowball to a 11-9, a 12-9, or even the game being over.
Yes, and that is not what you want to see. You really want to see them get this round here and just start, getting the momentum back. Again, we're just seeing whoever is attacking is really having the upper hand here. I honestly think this is a super balanced map for offense and defense, but I think they're showing me otherwise, that this is heavily offensive.
Deny finds a pick. Full Fuel to find the trades here. 2 picks already. Pooh gets a trade back onto SEO, but with the site kind of being taken over by Fuel, this drone's going to spot so many people, though. Every single member of Fuel, the Heaven player, just doesn't find enough, and now it's a 2 versus 1. Sableye.
It's still really close.
Sparrow Lover's head clean off.
Has the ult as well.
Shock Dart's going to find Dre, but just barely ticks.
Wow.
So not the most dangerous. Ultimate comes out from, not the ultimate, sorry, the knife comes out for Dre. Has a flash. Woody has no util. Just going to hold in hell. Which means a scan will not find them. It'll just find Dre. Looking for maybe a spam play, but if they drop, Woody is there and waiting. They have to play this cross beautifully. It's the only way to win this one. They have to trade each other. Dre knows the drop. Woody finds that play. And that's how you have to play those post plants, right? When you have a player in hell, you have to make sure, because every player, when they drop, they're going to look hell initially. So you have to make sure you're ready to trade that person if possible. But Woody actually going to win the gunfight themselves.
And get an op as well, probably giving that to CO.
And money looks to be a little bit bad. It's still rough for Fuel, I can't lie. As money for, I mean, PSU, they bought another operator. It's back.
Yeah.
And that operator they have is the one I think they stole, I want to say. Or maybe they did buy it. I don't know. They must have bought it, actually, judging by the fact that SEO is at 150 credits. So, guns, I mean, 3 rifles, an op, and a stinger. But your stinger still find value, right? This gun is weirdly strong for how cheap it is. But Deny going to find the first pick with the knife.
And gets info, even though didn't get that second kill, still getting info on that Sova there and knowing where he is.
And picking both Jets out of the game.
I think this is
bad.
Whoever wins this, honestly, I think is going to win this one, unless we go into overtime.
It very well could be. I mean, this is a momentum turner, because if Fuel wins this, then PSU's money might be in trouble. But same as Fuel, if they lose it, their money's even in more trouble, right? Both teams rely on the money here, as I think maybe if you're PSU, you have another buy.
Claire finds that putting them up now.
SEO jumping up and down.
Woody, another kill, amazing, and now they're just going to bomb rush A. Only Omen there, and Omen's not going to be able to get out by himself. He's definitely going to get picked off here.
He finds one, which is crucial. Does get the trade, especially the smoker, right? So no more smokes for Fuel, so this retake from Dead Hand could happen. But when you're Cypher retaking, it's not the easiest, that's for sure. Got to look through the replay. Fuel not going to close the door, I believe.
No util
no, actually going to keep the door open instead. Just rather hold this close with the op as SEO, and it's the only angle they know Cypher can come from. You just can't afford to go through main, and this is a free fire, so SEO is actually going to have to hide behind the wall.
Definitely peeking this. I would not put it past him.
2
SEO
members
knows.
of Fuel, they're going to cross swing, and that's a great trade there for Fuel. 11-9, the money. It might be in a better situation. Fuel there. They're relieved that they won that round. They knew how crucial that one. You saw Deny just kind of sigh of relief, right? He got that first pick on on that engagement, just didn't find anything else. But Woody and the rest of the team cleaning up house and just getting a great post plant here.
Yeah.
Almost a bit of scare there from the Omen, and then here they're just pre-firing, and then Dead Hand actually does get one, but just a great crossfire, right? Woody's there. Dre would be swinging very shortly after, and yeah, look at the money for for PSU rather. I mean, you saw Guardians, you saw Classics, you saw everything which way, and Seo has that op still. Everyone else has a rifle. It is in such a good position for Fuel to take this one home. They just need to win this round here.
They need to get that first pick. I think the first picks are crucial. Claire Liver had a great second pick last round, and I think kind of got overshadowed by Woody and Seo coming in on site. But I think just getting that first and second picks and just putting you up just one agent each time, just staying ahead, is just amazing. And I'm going to see right now it's looking like Fuel kind of on the defensive end because they've already got tagged their Sova going down, unfortunately, Woody. just looking to push onto B.
SEO gets tagged out, so he has to back off. The knives are pulled from the bomb. They're Lover placing these stars down. Haven't really seen a divide, I think,
Yeah,
really at all this map so far. So we're still just picking it for the util rather than the ultimate, as both teams have Hunter's Fury, but we also haven't seen much value from either or. Two picks, just a quick trade on the poo, but again, your
wow.
your Senti's gone, but Dead Hand with a 4K or 3K rather.
Sentinel setups.
Holding deep, yeah.
Sentinel setups on B are so crucial. As you saw, he's just sitting in the back of site, just waiting. They're thinking about everything else. They're thinking about the setups. They're thinking about other people rotating, and he can just come in and easily pick off. Great job by FSU right there. Fortunately, Fuel can still buy basically rifles for most people, other than unfortunately Deny. But if he can get in there, get a pick, and grab a Vandal, that would be great.
SEO is going to be on a Guardian. I mean, the money's worse for Fuel now in the next rounds. I mean, PSU's money that's actually looking quite good now. Dead Hand going right back here. I mean, had some great aim with the Guardian last round. See if they can make the same magic as the lockdown comes, but immediately the Hunter's Fury is going to be pulled. Both Hunter's Fury trades. Can SEO find the Hunter's Fury and save their KJ's lockdown? They do, but I think the whole team of Fuel is going to get locked down here. That's not how it works. As you see,
wow,
player
nice.
does get detained,
and
it's a free site. Okay.
Yep.
Gray finds Pooh trying to look on stairs. Now Woody as well gets Dead Hand on stairs. Now they just have to watch lane, watch stairs, and make sure nothing happens. Nothing, no funny business.
See, that was the fault of playing back of sight, is if you use that KJ ult, you're just stuck back there and you're trying to rotate out.
Arrow Lover finds 2 on the swap and Deny pushes up on stairs, and now it's 12-10. One more round for Fuel to take us to the decider to Lotus. Can they close it out, or are we going to go back to another overtime?
They
have
really
2 rounds
hope
to do
not.
it.
I really hope they can push it out here. They're looking great. They probably have, I believe, an operator. Everyone's obviously going to be having Vandals on both sides of teams.
This is so crucial, because what happens, right, this is why you're saving the Hunter's Furies for so long, is because the Hunter's Fury is used to try to break the KJ ult, right?
Yep.
But immediately, SEO responding with his own Hunter's Fury and just snipes Sableye, so it means they can't keep shooting the thing, or else they'll die. So they just have to back off, run away. And then it means that they just get more value and get a tag in the meantime. So,
oh wow,
Deny a great spam there from onto the bomb, and now that's a great opener.
Deny already onto site too.
More Jet, yeah, just holding held, spamming through. Gray and Pooh gonna trade each other, but it's a win for Fuel in the end, as it's a 3v4. All the players up. PSU are stuck on Heaven. There's a player in Hell. There's a player in Main with an operator. Players in Hell for Fuel. And through this Cade, he's walking into the waiting hands of CEO. Gonna look for the shock dart. It's a little tap one. Does tag Sableye, so more damage on the board. Another shot comes out. The drop down from Sableye. Gray looking to sneak out. Sableye does finally pick up Deny, but Deny gets Owen, and it's a 3 versus 1, and Fuel gonna take us to Lotus with a 13-10 win. Nail-biter matches for both teams here. They are quite evenly matched, it shows, but Fuel finally cracking the attack side on their own end, whereas, they just had a lead going in through defense because of how they were playing it, and then in attack, they just slowly clawed their way back. It looked doomed.
Yes.
It looked kind of doom and gloom for a little bit, but they found their way back in, and they are ready to go to the third map.
Yeah, I think Fuel did a great job. They started off when they were attacking, they just kind of got down on the dumps. They weren't doing great, but then clawed their way back, came back up, fought really hard, and got those crucial picks at the end and won them the round. I think they just did overall, they played so well as a team. And I think they did a really good job at just splitting up where they were attacking, going from A, going back to B, back to A again, and then back to B, using their utils, using all their ults. It was just amazing. I can't wait to see Lotus.
I'm interested to see how both these teams are going to play on a map that is very attacker-sided, right?
Yes.
Lotus is probably the most attack-sided map in the game, probably, at this point. So we'll see how that ends up playing out, as both these teams have kind of been showing up on the attack side. Mind you, Fuel showed up on the defense for Ascent, but definitely on the first map you saw all attack, right?
100%.
So we'll see how that goes. But, I mean, Fuel takes the second map. We're heading to Lotus. So excited.
I'm very excited. We will catch you all after this quick little break.
Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Map 3 of this absolute banger of a series. What, 16-14 first map,
Yep.
13-10 or 13-9 second map,
It's
and we're
amazing.
heading on to Lotus, a map I'm interested to see. Again, as I said, very attack-sided, and I'm interested to see how these teams are going to play around 3 different sites.
I agree. I also want to see.
Also, less op spots. So I'm interested to see how SEO is going to function here.
No, I think honestly, I think Lotus is a good map for ops in my opinion because of C and A, like both of them. I think it's really good if you're good enough, and obviously we saw CO amazing with it. I'm really excited to see just what agents they pick. Obviously
already.
I think a Jet is kind of a lock for at least one team just for opping again if someone wants an op. It's so good getting in, getting out. Also, I think Chamber's really good on this map. I don't know if any of them are going to pick it, but Chamber's amazing, I find, on this map, just getting in and out of tough spots. So we see a fade here from Dre.
What I'm expecting, we're going to see Woody on her main, which is the Omen.
Nice.
Dre going to be taking up the fade. He's taking up the initiator role. Player Lover probably going to go to the Sentinel again, looking for KJ. It's pretty much the best one other than Vise.
Yep.
Which you see PSU locking already the Vise as Omen's Jets traded. There's going to be a Clove here for Dead Hand. The difference between the two teams is the Senti being a Vise and a KJ, and there being a Jet or a Clove. So interested to see how this double controller team for PSU is going to work out versus the double duelist of Fuel.
I really like the double duelist, honestly. I think, CO's been playing super, super well. Deny had an unfortunate game last time with Jet, but kind of brought it back at the end.
It started heating up for sure. You noticed. We'll have to see. It's again. I think I keep saying pistols are important, but it seems like the team that wins the pistols lost the round. So lost the map. So maybe you're actually looking to lose pistol if you're one of these teams here.
I think you're right.
But we'll see. As again, I'm really interested to see how they're going to work on these different maps. Right. You have these really basic set plays, so you're always going to see the C's nade A. Main from defense, right? That's always going to happen. You're always going to see, pretty much KJ is almost always going to set up around C site, right? That have to hold mound because mound fights are really important in this. But you're already seeing the C's and the nade being prepped from both Dre and SEO. It just slows down such a quick push.
Yeah,
but that is 2 things of util already gone. But it's just you always expect it, but in the off chance you don't do it, it's when they eventually are there, so you just can't afford to never not.
It's a necessity because it's so good and it's so crucial to getting info and also getting a bit of damage most of the time, honestly.
You can honestly kill because the C's, decays, and then the nade just completely kills you.
Yeah,
spam here from the smoke from Sableye. The Ghost, good spam because you don't see the bullet, right? Now, a little bit of a chunk already. Woody going to be the first taken down, and SEO is very low. Sableye, though, as well. Kind of half HP, so even Deny has the Sheriff. I need to see some magic happen from this one. Sableye 1 HP getting spammed through the wall, but actually DeBomb finds the first pick.
Nice pick by Claro Lover there. 3-3. Still a really tough spot for Fuel here. Yeah, unfortunate. Just left to Dre here. Can he do it? Unfortunately not. Low 4-piece from DeBomb coming out there. Great job attacking there, just showing why this is so attack heavy, especially if you see people rotate too early. Like if you see someone that's picking up B, it's just they're gonna push in.
You snap go and you're already there, right?
Yes.
A lot of util has to be used before they're even trying to push because of just how this map plays out. And again, the player with the Ghost finds a 4K in this pistol round. It's happened about 3 times now, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So seems like quite a good thing. And actually, DeBomb the hero rifle here on this buy. Because they got that 4, so they have a rifle and a light shield. We'll see how this Phantom works out as it's going to be versus pretty much full classics, but plus a Marshall from Deny, so he's trying to make something happen here as he's holding mount. He's looking deep as actually all of PSU is already pushed in through A main.
Yeah,
they got in cleanly.
And we're going to see that smoke every single time. I can't remember what's that called at the very back of A. You know what I'm talking about? Door, like you know what I'm talking about. But they smoked it up every single time. That's gonna be smoked off.
We'll see. Already onto site.
Wow,
we're gonna find a pick with the spike field.
That is why Vise is
also
so
finding
good.
one. Yeah, it's just so hard to deal into this Vise. Vise is actually probably such a good map for Vise, especially. Vise is quite a strong agent right now, but just maybe not in the wheelhouse of Fuel. So seeing how this one's gonna play out as a retake here is required, but already Dre's going to fall to the Outlaw, or the Marshall rather, and Deadhand's going to find another. That's a triple kill for the Clove here, already kind of finding some value in Claro Lover. just to be a little bit lost. Kind of has to wait.
Wow, that was so unfortunate for Woody. Just looking up to see if anyone's up top and just gets picked off there. Just being super patient. The bomb just coming through. Unfortunate timing. Just showing again why this is so attacker heavy. I wonder where they're going to go now. They went C, they go A. Do we see them go B now?
I think you rarely see a raw B push. You usually see an A into a split B split, right?
Yep.
You'll see more of that than you will see kind of just a full B push. But actually, looks like they're grouping up. Honestly, I want to say they're probably just going to look for a C fight yet again.
Yeah.
It always just kind of opens up the map to a pretty good like opening point. If you find that pick, or if you just get info, then you know how to play around C. You already see Denai's kind of holding C here, but not sure what they have in the pocket. This bonus here for PSU could be so crucial. Outlaws, Stingers, Spectres, they're wanting to play these close fights.
I really like, though, I like B going when you're saving. I think saving and then pushing B is your best bet a lot of the time. So I'm going to see if, you know, Fuel pulls that out when they go for the save round if they unfortunately lose this one.
They have rifles, though, so I think Fuel,
Yes.
they're in advantageous spot here, right? But I really don't like when you have the rifles giving up that orb on C. I think really should be contesting that orb. It's just such free value if you let them have it. Now, looks like PSU going to be pushing in through A. 4 members, actually all 5 rather, all in A main. A C's nade would go so hard right now.
Little jump peek there just to get some info from Dre. Unfortunately, taking a few hits of damage there.
Yeah, and already Sableye going to find SEO on B. Now, I know Woody's there, though. Woody has a good flank as well as Dre.
Dre
and that's a
2 and Woody.
I mean, Dre finding a hero round here from a great flank. And also, yeah, I mean, they picked off SEO at B, right? Like the B entrance. So they thought, oh, it's clear, but Woody's right behind, ready to swing again. And Dre just finds a fantastic angle here on from outside of doors. Just swings past out of tree, through doors, gets 3 for himself. Kind of brings it right back. And again, they win. They stop the bonus win for PSU. The money is back to being good. You know, they're not doomed anymore, right? Like, they have to win these rounds. 2-1. Still, obviously, anyone's game. We're so early on, and SEO has a Bucky and a heavy shield.
Wow, that's just something. Yeah, I'm not surprised they're gonna push C here. You know, A was in the play. I think, wow, I'm just still shaken up, honestly, by Dre's way to get 3 kills there. He already took a ton of damage, was kind of trapped in tree, and somehow got 3. Unfortunately, Sableye getting a pick on Denai there. Denai just kind of in a bit of a rut here, trying to get out of it. Claro Lover taking a lot of damage, unfortunately, there from that nade.
I feel like Fuel, they're just giving over Mountain Control too quickly, right? They're not contesting this at all. So far, PSU just keeps walking into C and just get full control as they're playing more back into the site is Fuel. But now, I mean, they're still spamming. They're still stopping. It looks like it might actually be a B rotate here for PSU as Spike and Razor there, but they could still split towards C. That's the openness of this map, as there is that door there, obviously.
Looks like
comes out from Dead Hand from across the map onto B site, so I feel like that signifies something, but Ray is going to fall.
Really unfortunate. Again, they're just getting these good picks just coming off here, and then they're just kind of deciding where they want to go. Looking like A, as Dead Hand already got kind of site taken down here. Watching now they're watching Fuel's spawn for anyone to come.
Woody
nice pick, Woody.
One yet again. Just one. So they need more than just these single trades when they're down. SEO does find one and lives. Tell the tale, but Dead Hand has a bit of a timing here on SEO, and it's going to work out now. With only 10 seconds left, the plant's going to go down. This post plant is going to be so free for PSU here. I feel Claro has to make some magic happen. There is a low player, but just doesn't know there's someone behind them until it's too late.
Unfortunate.
Already Owen is going to get that kill off. And another win for PSU, 3-1 now. I'm interested to see how Fuel's going to be playing this. You know, when I think of Lotus, I think of Odin. I won't lie.
You think of Odin?
I'm expecting an Odin player. I'm expecting, you know, Dre to pick up this Odin, play in tree. It's just so strong, right?
It
but
is.
They need to get that money. I mean, he's actually instead just, you know, electing to go with the rifle, so maybe just more confident in the rifle plays. But Odin is so unbelievably strong on this map. I think it's just better than, I mean, it's obviously better than Ascent now that the nerfs have come out, right? So
yes.
We'll see. But maybe neither team really wanting to go for that, wanting to just win these raw aim duels with the rifles. But again, just giving up this orb for free on C. I hate it. I think Fuel, they're giving too much respect to PSU. They have to take the fight to them.
Wow.
That's when they've succeeded best on defenses, when they go at them, when they take the fight. Showstopper comes out here for for Sableye. Does he find anything? It doesn't look like it. Might just time out as he shoots it in blind. They're going to walk right
That's
into
so
it.
Unfortunate.
Just thinking they won't send it there, but it's the only place possible. Now, it's such a good lead here for PSU. Fuel has to find a way to claw back in. Still coming from Waterfall, but nothing really of value. It's a 1 versus 5. Can Dre make a miracle happen? First pick down. Almost got the second, but
unfortunate.
It's going to be the one, yeah.
That's so tough. They kind of have a very cookie-cutter plan right now, PSU. They're going C, grabbing that orb, and then they decide, do we want to push C or do we want to push A? Slowly just walking around, waiting for Fuel to mess up, getting that one pick, and then attacking on whichever side they please, really. They're kind of just honestly having their way. They're like, should we go C? Should we go A? They're probably just having a good old time, you know, just deciding. I mean, Fuel needs to stop them. You know, they're going for a lot of sheriffs here and saving, unfortunately, hoping they can pull something here, you know.
Something has to happen. Both teams have a Nightfall here. The Vise ult trading for the Showstoppers, probably in the favor of PSU. I mean, that Vise ult just cuts down an entire area. Already 4 trades. The Vise got 4 kills off the spawn. So it's like, I mean, B fight. All of Fuel kind of just held really close on B, actually, you notice. And one player was able to pick them all off on their lonesome was the Vise. So already it's back to Dre in a 1v4 with just a Sheriff, and he doesn't know, and his Lake is behind him.
Just so unfortunate.
Is just in deep trouble as we go to 5-1, and they have to solve this defense. I mean, it's a hard map to defend, but you have to get more than one. You have to get rounds.
Yes.
I mean, if you go in with 4, 5, hell, I mean 6 rounds, right? You're happy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're going in with 2, 3 into the next half,
it's going to be really tough. It's going to be
a tough one because
it's going to be awful.
PSU just has to win a few of those defense rounds, and they can take everything from Fuel. So, I mean, you're expecting Fuel to do better on the attack side, obviously, with this double duelist comp, with the, you know, how their comp just plays, and also how this map ends up playing out. But the Vise on defense is going to be a trouble as well.
Op, though,
yeah,
this might be the
back
turning it
to
around.
The op, you know, that's his tried and true so far in this in this series. Finally, you know, not just giving up free space. When's the trade actually going to be? Now,
here comes the ult.
Ult here from Vise. No guns are being able to be used.
AJ Molly's, though, just stalling them, waiting.
Yeah, I mean, Fuel's going to back out into back here, but they have to be careful as Deny walk through a garden just to get there. They get chunked out a little bit by the Vise. Boombot comes out here, but doesn't find anything. The bomb finds the entry of Deny, but it gets picked off maybe by Woody on the side. Does in fact. Woody does not get traded.
Fuel is up still.
Fuel's in a good spot here to take it, but they have to somehow get the defuse going. SEO close with the off. Actually,
I like
the
this ult here.
Instead.
Beautiful ult.
Point blank onto the Omen, and now this opens up so much for Fuel. Doesn't quite hit the spam there.
Doesn't even know.
But
Great
this should just
here.
be round as Dead Hand's just going to have to walk all the way back.
Oh my
picks,
God,
never mind. Barrel Lover sticking as Dre does get the catch. And actually the revive from Dead Hand's just not going to get any value.
Wow, really bad ult there by Dead Hand. I got to be honest. I don't like that ult. It's just a bit of a waste.
I think they thought Barrel Lover may have gotten off the spike. I don't think he thought he was going to hold it the whole time.
I just don't see how you don't, because there's 2 of them. You don't think one of them's going to stick. It's just, I don't know. That's just a bit unfortunate, but obviously they're up. They can make a few mistakes here and there.
Pole Vault's so quick to build that I don't think it's quite a like a cheap ult in general, right? It's not like you're wasting a KJ ult or something. And speaking of KJ ult, I believe actually after that defuse, Clara Lover now has his. So looking to maybe deny a quick push here from PSU.
I get it. Deny. That was a good one.
That was a good one, yeah. That's what I meant.
But yeah, I just don't think you ever want to mess up on using that ult. I just think it's just a misplay, and I think it could, turn the tables. We're keeping that off with Seo and Dre pushing up here.
Both teams still have their Nightfalls. They've had them for a couple of rounds now. I'm interested to see how they're going to end up using these bombs. Going to throw that on. It's not going to find anyone. And now there's every player here is just in B for PSU. They're trying to find something. They want to push through B here. There's 2 players of Fuel. The KJ, who has that ult, remember, and Omen. Seo finds another pick with the Operator, and that Clove cannot revive. That's a fact, as we know from last round. Clara Lover finds a pick with the Guardian.
B does not look like the plan for them right now. I think they were just trying to switch him up and catch him off guard, but they are ready. And Seo, with that pick, he sat there looking at the same angle for so long. I would have got so bored, I would have taken my mind off something, but he stayed there patiently waiting and got that pick, and that's been the difference maker.
Patience is really key in these types of games, especially when it becomes more and more hectic. You have to stay patient. a spam here from the Stinger
Nice.
of
Good
Deny, and swings back around to make sure to trade out Dre.
And now can
It's
pick
a
up this
1
Vandal
versus
too.
4. Can the bomb do it? Has to pick up the spike, or the bomb if you would, first. But here, Deny's going to win that with the Vandal trade. And now Fuel, they're clawing their way back in. They're on a bit of a hot streak right now. And every player, I mean, the thing with Lotus, right, is they think B is going to be free because of how they've been playing every round. But B, you can kind of sit there because you can quickly rotate to both things, especially A, right? You can easily
100%.
rotate to A. C, it's a little bit slower because you kind of have to play through the door.
Yes,
But still, like, you have those rotation angles. So, like, even the Omen especially really likes to play in that B.
And then you can get anywhere.
KJ's going to have the setup in C/B, right? I mean, Player Lover having a clear setup here. But again, yeah, I mean, you have so many ults up on for each team. I'm interested to see how these work. The only ult we've seen really used other than Showstoppers was like a Vise ult, right? So
yeah,
every other team has an ult up.
Yeah, I really just want to see
so low
how they're going to defend
and
this.
Actually might die here. Gets fully pushed out of sight. Nightfall
luckily didn't die, though.
I don't think anyone got tagged by the Nightfall. All it did was just push everyone out of sight.
Which is sometimes all you need, but, you know, Fuel's going to have a really hard time retaking, especially with CO being super low and just having that op.
Yeah, retaking with the op, never really what you want in these situations, right? On retakes, you're much better off, especially on these close-order retakes like C-Site. You're much better off with those rifles.
That's a great ult.
Good KJ ult's going to force all of PSU out unless they can find the lockdown, but it doesn't look like they will. Taunt gets destroyed. Nightfall comes out from Dre. It's going to connect to 2, I think.
Everyone off-site except for...
They have to go back deep in
now just
C.
Defuse.
And now Fuel can just stick this defuse. Dre finds him in the smoke, and that's beautifully played.
Wow, that is a perfect use of 2 ults. So crucial to win that. That's a big round. 5-4, the blink of an eye. It was 5-1. Didn't even take a timeout. Just kind of, you know, won round, won the next round. It's just one at a time, just taking slow steps, moving forward. I think, honestly, Deny has done a great job just using util and being the difference maker. Deny, obviously, you know, the kills don't show it, but I think he's just been doing super, super well. Just using the util, getting info for the team, and then just making it so Dre, Claro Lover, Woody, Seo, everyone can do their job super well, knowing what to do.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was just a beautiful play, right? You saw the KJ ult force everyone into C main, and then the Fade ult force everyone further out of C into, like, spawn, which just meant free defuse. SAO finds that first trade onto the Clove. The Clove not really having much value so far.
And 2 picks already.
Over yet again. And, I mean, if you get 5 on defense here for Fuel, you are ecstatic because of how attack side of this map is, right?
But you're not going to slow down. You want all of them.
You want as much as possible. And it looks like they don't want to slow down anytime soon. The plant comes out, but Claro Lover has a fantastic angle. And another one. And
oh my goodness.
4K for Claro Lover.
I think Claro Lover is coming in so clutch in these games. We saw this last time. Came in with a nice 3K to win the one site. And again here, just playing so patiently, waiting for the perfect time, and using that fandom, showing how the spray control can be so crucial.
I mean, the bomb just kind of has to check that angle, right? You have to check close there if you are pushing deep there into, you know, where he was, right? So, I mean, you have to know now to check those angles, right? What it did was Claro got 1 timing and then was able to stop the plant and then killed the 3rd one on the swing. Like, just such a chain reaction of plays that all come from not checking those likely candidate locations for lurks.
Yeah,
for people to be sitting.
And Deny here getting a great pick on Dead Hand right away.
Dead Hand's been first picked 4 rounds in a row. I mean, having a real struggle here on this Clove on the attack, and I don't know, or on the defense, and I don't know what, or on the attack rather. I don't know what Clove really does on the defense either. So to see Claro Lover yet again just firing in these last couple rounds, picking up so many of these kills, just crucial picks as well. Bomb looking deep into spawn. 2 members of PSU are in attacker spawn, but does it matter as Woody finds Boo, and now it's just the 2 in spawn versus the rest of Fuel. All 5 are still up, and that Fade Dog's going to find the first one.
And you can see Deny kind of slowly creeping up through A, just holding this angle. They're kind of just stuck and forced to go B, because, yeah, if you go C, there's a KJ. If you go A, Deny's going to be there. Now, Sableye is probably going to figure this out quickly, that there's nowhere for you to run.
There is nothing to do here. I think it's like you try to maybe win the fight over here, but Deny's just there, ready, holding that angle.
That is amazing chemistry and team play, just communicating super well, just knowing, okay, I have C, I have A, and they're stuck here at B. As soon as they leave, we will pick them off. Not getting greedy, not trying to come around on the flank. No, just sitting and waiting and knowing they're going to have to plant. Just perfectly executed, and I think a lot of us watching and also us, casting can take that home. And, when you play Valorant tonight or tomorrow, we can learn from that. Just knowing playing as a team, playing slow, playing patient is going to win you.
We're on the last round of the half, but mind you, Fuel has the most money I've ever seen. SEO was at 9,000 for a bit, like max money, right? Fuel, it doesn't matter at this point. Is this the last round? They'd love to go into it 7-5, but 6-6 wouldn't be bad. But, I mean, this hot streak just isn't stopping for Fuel.
It's
SEO,
this op. Ever since he's got this op,
yeah,
he's just been cruising, trying to
PSU
keep
just
it
hasn't solved the op,
Unfortunate.
conundrum. Does get the jam off with that.
But still has his ult.
Has a Sheriff as well. I mean, it's definitely favored for Fuel here, but they do give oversight because of that Visol. The Showstopper comes in, though, and hits a wall.
Unfortunate there.
Not quite what you're going to want there, unfortunately. A little bit of a Rosa, but you know what happens. Deny does get that pick on Owen's Lake as they're looking for the Paranoia. Gray as well, getting a trade onto Pooh, and now it's a 1 versus 5 to hold this round, and it's just a clean team. Honestly, clean sweep for Fuel.
I think
7-5 on defense.
I think that the difference maker there is just they were playing so much calmer, playing together, being so patient. I think you could kind of see PSU just kind of getting a bit scared. They planted and they didn't play together. They weren't doing too well. They know, obviously that raise ult could shake you up, but you're already up 6-5. If you win this, it's just, the cherry on top.
Yeah, and I think really the crucial thing is you noticed in those last rounds, SEO is taking fights on C. You can't just be letting PSU walk up on C. That's how attackers win this map so often, is by just getting free C control, because then you can easily go B. You can push C. There's so much options, and you get that free orb. So finally taking that fight. Now without the op, though, we'll see how SEO does here. 2 ghosts, one classic and a light shield, and 1 sheriff versus 3 ghosts and a frenzy. Haven't seen that gun in a while.
Yeah, I haven't either, but it depends on where they're gonna be.
B holding close in B is
yeah,
a good
that makes
spot for it.
Makes a lot of sense, especially with this, especially with a KO pushing in there. Hopefully he can get that pick, but already rotating out, kind of giving up B. Rotating. This is what we were talking about. Quickly rotating over to A if you stay B.
Mom
wow,
finds 2 though.
Kills.
3 actually is Owen's Lake, gets a good pick there on Claro as the door opens, swings open now. 2 versus 4, or 5 rather, as Bomb's going to find a 3rd. And this pistol looks like it's going the way of PSU. Flawless for them, and that's a good opener to your own defense half, because defense is where you can crumble on this map. Again, it's like so notoriously an attack-sided map. I mean, you've seen 12-1 halves often on this map, right? Like you've seen 12-0 halves, you've seen 11-1 halves so often in pro games, in every game, because of just how much more options the attackers have. It's not even like Haven where you have a little bit more options, because some of the sites are a little harder to hit. Like anywhere you can go on this map, there's so much more access for the attackers. So see how Fuel is going to do on this eco here. 1 shorty, 4 classics versus a fairly standard buy. We've been seeing, these outlaws, these marshals, and these stingers, right? That's what we've been seeing PSU run, and it's working.
Wow,
3 judge kills.
With 3.
4. Make it an ace. Sure. Honestly, at this point, Deadhand not gonna quite find it. As the bomb's gonna get it with an Ares.
Wow.
Interesting gun choice actually. Maybe
now
not as standard.
7-7. You blink and it's tied back up. But I honestly think Fuel is at a great. Like they're probably okay right now. They know that attacking is easy, and they're kind of just waiting for them to get all their util and get their guns. This is when they play. Fuel kind of has been down the last game and this game, but then they crawl their way back when they get on a rhythm. They get the guns, they get the shield, and then they push in. Especially with that, op. Unfortunately, don't have it right now. Don't have the money for it. But you win this, win 1 more, and then that op comes into play, and you're already up.
Fuel has been really good on these anti-bonuses, right? Like every time the enemy team has had a bonus, they've been able to win it, just winning these rifle rounds, not really giving much of leeway. Now, you have to be careful yet again of this judge of dead hand. Does throw out. That's the K, but doesn't find much as they get just quick pushed. Who does find the kill on Deny, who dashes up on top. Woody following suit. Low HP bars everywhere, but Pooh gets another kill. The judge is going to find more. 3 kills for this Vise with the Stinger.
Wow.
But Dre is here, has a rifle, so it's playable. It's a 3v1, but remember, rifles do kind of favor this, but now that they probably picked up the rifle, it's looking worse for wear for Fuel.
Gonna have to grab the spike too, unfortunately.
There's a player behind you at that door, but like, what can you really do about it, right?
You hear one to your right, so you're probably thinking swing right, but that's what they want.
Now there's the smoke out. There's the fade haunt trying to spot Claro Lover. They know he has to be in this smoke or hiding deep in C main. Where is he going to go? It looks like he's just pincered, but he does have time. Now he
just
pushes
waiting.
in, has to find this first pick on the dead hand, but doesn't quite.
Unfortunate. Really close there. Good try. Unfortunately, 27, you know, an unfortunate fist bump. He really wanted to win that one, as you could see. You don't want to lose the first 3 going on attack.
No, it's definitely hard. I mean, that's the first anti-bonus they've lost, and it really just came down to the fact that this Vise found 3 with the Stinger, holding close.
That was just
picking up the rifles after, just hitting these post plants dead hand. You know, had a bit of a rough last end round, but now 17-7, doing fantastic for themselves. Kind of, you know, there's a couple players on their team that's not doing hottest. You know, Sable, I see 7-12, but it doesn't matter when you have players who are firing like dead hand on this Clove, and now seeing how Fuel's going to play this next attack as they are again at a gun deficit.
Just gonna see, they're just gonna try A here.
Magic here. A is where they're pushing. The Paranoia looks like it's gonna be coming out, but it's a full Sheriff buy for Fuel, which, you know, you've seen much happen on these Sheriff buys before, but there's so much util going into this A main. What Fuel do? How do they swing out of this? They're gonna cross as the smoke comes out for dead hand, but the bomb finds the first pick on the Claro.
Is looking to push B here now. They kind of didn't like how it was looking at A. They're now down someone, unfortunately. Wow, dead hand with the kill through the smoke while still being decayed, but it doesn't matter because of that Vise wall. And now they decide to leave again. They can't pick a site. This is just super unfortunate. They're kind of just getting pushed out here.
Fuel isn't sure what to do on the attack half so far. It looks like now, I mean, another win for the side of PSU. 4 wins on the defense side in a row. You have to solve this situation. Have to find how to break through their defense, get these rounds, or else the game might just slip out of your fingers just like that. As you see, no ultimates for the side of Fuel coming up on that showstopper, but already a Nightfall here for the bomb. Almost have that Clove ult for dead hand, as well as other things coming close.
Look at how much money dead hand has too. 8,200.
So shocked to not see a op bot actually here for one of the players of PSU, but I guess, you know, if the rifles are working, why would you change it, right?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know,
Seal really wants this op. You can tell, you know, it's really where he's been finding the most success so far in this series. Op kills are so crucial. When you have a good opper, it's so important to get them that op, right?
Yes, and they want to get him this op, but they need to get a round 1 first to get that money up. They're just patiently waiting out these Vise setups. I'm gonna guess they're just gonna try to stick it C here. Unfortunately,
EDR here. You know, getting a little bit bored is Blue, but now the showstopper comes out for SEO. Does he find one? Dre gets a trade onto Pooh.
Still gets
does get the trade,
but now here's the ult.
But the Clove ult finally finding value, but maybe they have to wait it out. If they just run away, it will still be a 3v3. That's what they're looking for.
And
this Clove is going to push aggressive. Never mind, the Clove does fall. That's the thing. When you don't trade with this Clove, Claro Lover has to win that fight. Doesn't quite win it. Omen, unfortunately,
Woody can't trade, unfortunately. That's so not great.
Woody now.
Good pick.
It's a 1v1 for Woody. Woody versus DeBomb gets the 2. Has the spike lead.
DeBomb.
But DeBomb has to know where DeBomb is. DeBomb's holding so close and finds Woody on the cross.
Wow.
What an angle from DeBomb, just holding so close, expecting Woody to try to sprint the site, expecting a backside play, but just not where DeBomb ended up being. And this trade was crucial for Dead Hand, really, because if Sale lives up there, it could become complete disaster. Plays here from Woody, but just a fantastic hold here from DeBomb.
Little timeout here we see from Fuel, which I think is the right call.
You've lost about 5 rounds in a row. You have to find some way back into this, right? You went into this half coming in 7-5, and now it's 7-10.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to find an attack angle. You have your Nightfall ready. Nightfalls are able to be traded. You have an Omen ult, which I just don't really see much value anymore in these types of, and especially in these types like as high level that these lobbies are. So we'll see how they end up doing. As it looks like their money, they'll have some guns, but they won't have full buys. Whereas, I mean, the money for PSU, they can lose 3 rounds and they'll probably still have money. I mean, they are in such a good position. That's what happens when you win streak, right?
Yes.
So Fuel has to crack open the shell of PSU's defense. They have to find a little bit of an opening, or else this game is just going to be gone.
And my thing is, though, I think once you find one crack, you know, that's going to lead to another. That's going to lead to another. I think we just need to start with 1 round 1. I think they're going for a nice little, like, half save here, you know, so they have enough to buy next round, which I really like.
Sheriff yet again. Sheriff heavy, Sheriff lights. Yeah, just looking for next round buys. But I mean, they have to have something crucial. I mean, they take the timeout on the Sheriff buy. I'm interested to see where they're going to go with this one. One stinger from Deny, as he is actually the richest member of Fuel. Now, they're pushing in through A, but these smokes, these nades are coming out quick. Haunts are going to spot many players.
They're looking for a nice pick.
Deny's pushing so aggressive. He's already here at stairs, basically, as Sableye swinging around. Going to find Deny, but Deny actually lives to tell the tale. Woody finds the trade onto the bomb as they swing.
A good pick. Wow, Claire Lover with the pick through mid. That's what I was talking about. Just looking at it, and now going to rotate all the way to A.
Sableye just didn't find any value where they were. Never mind 2 kills, but will fall here to Dre, but does find a 3rd pick with a showstopper. 3 kills for Sableye there. They were struggling on that first initial hold. Now Dre, a 1 versus 2, as Pooh does have the rifle advantage, but Dre has plant, and Pooh is so far away. They can just hold backside. They can hold stairs, which is exactly where you see Claire Lover holding. Beautiful. Haunt comes out, so they know it's not backside. He knows he has to be near here. Dre just needs to not get timing.
Right, and now you can grab a Vandal as well, too.
An incredible cross from Claire Lover there, and honestly,
it's a perfect timeout.
That really is an opening. I mean, you saw Sableye get 3 picks at backside.
Yep.
But really, more crucially, is the fact that they whiffed those first 2 kills, where Woody gets a trade and Dre is just Deny just allowed to sit there in front of Sableye. I mean, they clutched back up with those 3K, but like you lost too much before that by just not hitting those shots on the players that swung out in front of you.
I think they're going to just hit A again here.
And the op is in dead hands, as you would say. So seeing how this Clove's going to do with the op. This was their opper on bind, but it wasn't the opper on Ascent. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, looking to op B, which I like. You know, just taking away that B, making sure nobody's lurking. Because last time, as you saw, Claire Lover got a nice pick and then rotated all the way through A, which I think was a big difference maker. Just seeing how they're moving through, just super slow, patiently waiting for someone to slip up. Probably going to grab this orb here on A, just waiting.
Haven't really seen much free play so far from either team. Not really playing around this rotating door, just more so playing through A main and stuff. As there is going to be a Vise completely disconnected as the Nightfall comes out. Woody so close. Deny gets a trade, but Owen is a late, gets 2 picks there. 2 for 1 for the side of PSU, and 2 members of you are going to be rotating over, but Fuel should maybe know they have a bit of an advantage here. The Haunt's going to get destroyed by Sableye, and they're just kind of stuck in A main as Dead Hand is here with the op. Sableye gets yet another pick onto Dre. And how low is SEO? He's going to get healed up here.
It's a good pick at least, but it's a 1v3. Super unfortunate. Claire Lover, nice kill there. Unfortunately, doesn't have the spike, though. This is going to be crucial.
Maybe clutches up. He just has to look for these kills, but if you're PSU, you just don't have to give them ever. Just play so safe.
And only 15 seconds. You can't win this. There's no shot.
He has to look for just 2 picks. Doesn't find the first. He has to push so aggressive.
Yeah, just
but there's
knows
just not
enough
time, and now it's 11-8.
So unfortunate. Fuel needs to get this next kill because you never want to have to be down, you know, by 12. Like, you never want the other team to have 12. You know, if you even just mess up one time, that can be the whole game. They've been fighting so hard. This has been such a close battle. I think Fuel can still get it.
Completely doomed yet again. The only saving grace you have here is that Deny has ult, so you have a little bit of money saved, right? You don't have to give a rifle to your Jet, but Woody's going to be stuck here with that Sheriff. I mean, CEO's going to have this Bucky. I mean, it's just not what you want, or even the Stinger. Like, you're fighting into full guns as you already see Deny pulls those knives. I need to see this double duelist do something magical on attack here as they look to be pushing C, but Owen is the Lake already holding. 1 knife goes wide, 2 knives go wide.
I think we're going to probably see a KJ ult, I'm assuming either this round. Yep, and here it comes.
SEO gets a trade off of Pooh, so Deny does fall, but it's a 1-for-1. SEO in a great position.
Fuel just doing a great job pushing them off of site right now.
This KJ ult forced them back, and actually three detains for Fuel. Claire Lover and Woody are going to be around to clean up these picks. What an ultimate from the side of Claire Lover.
Now they know where the last 2 are, though, which is
PSU
crucial.
just wasn't ready to back out in time, and they got all detained. They did only lose 2, though. It's a 2 versus 3.
Still
winnable. It is in Fuel's favor. However, the Nightfall is up for PSU. We've seen this player make magic happen, but it doesn't matter as Woody and CEO just take those kills easily. Fuel,
they can
a sigh of relief. Yes. A sigh of relief for sure is taken there as 9 to 11. is a lot closer, and it feels a lot better than being down 8-12, right?
100%.
You have those 2 rounds to play with, and you only need for yourself. I mean, it's definitely not where you want to be. You never want to be in a deficit, but you want to be in this type of deficit rather than one where they have 12.
Yes, no, I definitely agree.
And the
and
money's
also,
saved.
Yes,
The money is saved finally.
You also want to be attacking if you're Fuel, and you're starting a roll right now. You get that win, a pretty convincing win, mind you, with a great ult, and still have some other ults in their back pocket. But obviously, Owen is a Lake also has his ult here as well.
Crucially, actually, in order to save money here, PSU is using only light shields, but there's 3 Phantom players for the side of Fuel, so that is still a one-shot.
Yes.
So it's not really going to do much, as the money is all in the favor of Fuel. I mean, PSU is buying light shields and not even full rifles here. So this is the first time Fuel's really had a money advantage, but the bomb's already going to find the first pick.
And the ult coming out by Vise.
This guy's going to come out, not going to find much. Ray is so unbelievably low in spawn, as he is going to have, he has 1 HP left. And there's just 3 versus 5 Fuel getting picked apart.
They're looking for a flank here as 2 of them are coming towards.
Has to find something, and that is a beautiful timing. Has to find 1 more here, but only finds the 1.
Unfortunate.
You need the 2 there, I honestly think. As look at Dre's out. I mean, it's so unbelievably low. They have to plant here. Play up post plant.
Get it down nicely.
CO needs to find magic.
And has an ult, though, if CO does want to use it. Probably not wanting to use it right now. Oh,
gonna have to pull it just to push them out of C main, but they're not there. And now Dre gets traded, Bomb gets traded, Sayo gets traded, and now it's 9-12 Fuel on the ropes. They have to win the next 3 just to bring us to OT.
Wow. Oh, this is going to be super hard for Fuel, but I think they can do it. They still do have a bit of money saved up right now, but so does PSU. They have a ton. They're looking good.
Full buys for both sides.
I'm hoping the Sayo can buy an op. Honestly, we haven't seen in a while.
They just don't have the money for it unless Dre's going to buy it for him, which he is, which is so much better. But now there's 2 light shields on the side of Fuel, and the judge from Dead Hand wanting to play probably close B again. Fuel.
This was a big problem last time.
Yeah, they probably won't be expecting the close B judge again, but instead, because they have that op, they're wanting to take this A. You'll see C, or usually Deny taking this A fight alone, and the rest all on C, looking to pick them off. But this one-way smoke from the Clove, there's so much. Again, just a little bit of gaming here from the Vise of PSU. Deny uses that dash, doesn't find anything.
Deny trying to get a pick here on A while they slowly push on to C. Unfortunately, where Vise sets up, where most, Sentinels will be setting up here. Now they know.
Finds 3 members of Fuel, so there's all of
loading that util.
All of PSU's going to be here. Woody.
Good pick by Woody.
That's great
you need
TP
that.
Up. Yeah,
now you're up.
Those are must picks. Now they have pretty much full site control. Woody's going to get the safe plant. Owen is a Lake playing deep back here in Waterfall now. What do you do if you are PSU? How do you play this retake, really? I mean, have to play a little bit of a util advantage.
Look at this, they're all pushing back.
Yeah,
the
From the
main
Shadows
here.
Is here, used for Woody. A bit of a flank ult, but do they know?
Wow. Oh, they're
Only
waiting.
One that
you
knows
can see
is
right
Dead
here.
Hand with the judge, but Woody
that's so
caught with the
unfortunate.
util out right as they peek.
They still luckily do have that plan, so now they can just kind of sit back and wait.
Fall comes out for the side of PSU. Dre's going to get picked off. CO is going to be the last one alive on the C site as Clarolov is playing so far back. But the spike is ticking. They have to stick it. Someone has to shoot him. Does Clarolover get it? You have to spam.
Oh my god.
And they don't ping the spike, and they just don't know where it is, and they do not get the kill. Fuel, unfortunately, going to lose 13-9 on the last map. Such a close series. Honestly, banger.
Yes, that was
it's unfortunate they lost.
It was a still really good game, and honestly, Fuel knows that they can definitely win that if and if it's a different day. Someone's playing a bit better, someone's playing a bit worse. On another day, and they can win that. So I think it's still good. Unfortunately, you want to see Fuel win that. For us, we're a bit biased, obviously, but I still think it just shows that they played really well. Most of the time. Unfortunate, but they know what to work on. Now they can come back, next week and next Monday, and hopefully take it away as well.
Yeah, I think if you're Fuel, you're probably kicking yourself more so for that Ascent or for the bind rather than the Lotus, because it really felt like they just did not have an answer for the defense.
Yes.
It felt like the Vise was completely running them over. It felt like the Clove was just able to pick them off every single time they tried to make a rotate. Their attacks just looked a little bit lost on the Lotus there, whereas on bind, I mean, you had attack down, and you would have had defense just barely stumbling at the last moment.
And even when they did win defend, they just couldn't win attack. It was just super tough, but, they should still, keep their head high. They still did a great job, but now they know what to work on for next week. And yeah, I think it was great.
I think it will. I mean, we'll have to see how they're going to be going into next week, but hopefully we'll be able to get an interview with one of the players, maybe chat with them about what went wrong, what went well. But for that, we'll have to take a quick short break. See you then.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everybody. Unfortunately, our Fuel Valorant team did end up taking a loss 2-1 versus PSU White, but thankfully we are joined by one of the players. We're joined by Deny. How you feeling after that one, man?
Personally, I'm doing pretty bad. I'm probably gonna tilt Q when I get home. But my team held it down really well. They're all goats, honestly. I feel like I didn't really do that much. But Seo with the op again,
Yes.
crazy. I don't know how he does it. Honestly, I should probably take notes.
Yeah.
Dre, Woody, Claro, they did all very good.
I think everyone definitely played their role, and I'm curious, what was the prep going into this game kind of like? Did you guys have comps kind of pre-planned? Do you have your map bans ahead of time, or was it more sort of on the fly how y'all were feeling?
It's we have like a general idea of what we're gonna ban, right? For sure. I'm not gonna say it, but like some maps shouldn't be played, honestly, in our comps. But like we have a general idea of what the comps are. This is like technically our second game, like all together.
Okay.
We haven't really scrimmed at all, but I'd say we did pretty good without like any
Yeah.
practice beforehand.
I think you guys did really well, and what I'm gonna wonder is what are you guys gonna take away from this unfortunate loss and build on and work on the next game.
I don't know really. The enemy team played really weirdly. I couldn't get any picks. I got timed a lot. Seo got a lot of picks with the op, so we're probably gonna put that into our strats more.
Yep.
Dre, Woody, Claire, they were all holding it down. I don't know. I feel like we need a little bit more practice on executes.
Okay.
Because for sure we kind of panic, and we need like a bit more set plans.
For sure.
I think set plays really do make
Mm.
a team. As you start playing more and more together, you'll definitely discover
Yeah,
more.
for sure.
But I'm curious. Talking about in game, right? After a bit of a heartbreaking first map,
Mhm.
how was the mental? How did you guys bounce back to
Honestly,
take
it
the
wasn't
second?
that bad in the
Yeah.
like after the first map. Like for sure, we could have won that. I feel like we could have won that like a little easier, but then again, it's like it's our second game together, and we're still all adjusting like on comms. Like for sure, the comms needs a little bit more clearing. Yeah, we need to be more efficient with those, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the times we were like we were going back and forth, like because like of a misunderstanding on comms. Like I know I remember I had one. I was playing hookah, and there was one in long, and I guess people misunderstand that they thought that it was all long.
I see.
Yeah. Those little communications are for sure to happen, especially when a new
Mhm.
team. But
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
for only having about 2 games together, our second game together, I think you guys played really well, and I think I speak for everyone. I'm saying I'm really excited to see how this semester is going to play out, how you guys are going to end up meshing. But
Right.
you have anything
Yeah.
else to say?
Yeah, I thought you guys played really well. Honestly, unfortunately, you guys lost, but I think you guys did play super well, especially only playing 2 games together. I would have thought a lot more.
Mm.
So, yeah, I think you did great. I know you might be beating yourself up over a few times, but last 2 rounds, I thought you did really, really, really well. But, yeah, that's all I have, and I think we got to wrap it all
yeah,
up then.
well, thank you very much for joining us, Deny.
Mhm.
I've been Newt. This has been my co-caster, Elson. Make sure to follow all the streams. I think we're going to take a look at the schedule before we go anywhere, or maybe not. I don't know. As we instead are just going to make sure you follow our socials everywhere, Fanshawe Fuel on every single platform. And we want to see you in the next stream tomorrow for more of our rivals. See you then.
Thank you for joining us.